The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
Boom with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Is that the new one, Chris, or is that the original?
Still the original.
That's still the original.
Yeah, the other one had a different tone to it.
Yes, yeah. The other one had I think the Surge on Sausage went up on the second one. That voice from the ether, if you will, at least to me, on the radio it sounds normal, is Jason Ross. I can see ya.
Hi, Dave.
How are ya?
I'm great.
New Orleans Jason, you're on. Go ahead.
Yeah, first-time caller, long-time listener. Dave, how do you like your turkey sausage?
Turkey sausage. Well, we're on the
Turkey sausage!
That's still not the one that's in the group chat, I don't think.
No.
I don't know why. He tagged me on Twitter and with that, and I played it in the car on the way home, hands on 10 and 2. And I started laughing by myself in the car. Like, this is, I don't know why that gets me, but it does. So,
Do you think any of this has gotten to Draymond yet? We can only hope.
You know, with everybody looking for content, you got to think somebody from The Athletic or one of these other rags that relies, you got to get the hits and all that. Like, you got to think a headline like Draymond Green and the turkey sausage. That's at least going to get you. That's clickbait right there.
Right, yeah, I'd be like, I have no idea what this means, but I'm going to read along.
Turkey sausage! Okay, it is a Turkey Sausage Friday. Jason found his way to New Orleans barely.
Yes, by a miracle.
I'll be joining you later today. Although
You're still in Sacramento, Dave.
I am in Sacramento, and I gotta say I'm on the injury report for this trip. Weirdly enough, I am. I'm probable.
Yeah,
but I suffered a weird, I guess, sports injury you'd have to call it when I was playing basketball back in my Utes. Guy went up to block a shot, and it was just this freak thing, and it was his left hand, and instead of blocking the shot, it flagrant fouled me, and it hit me in my right ear, left ear, and it perforated my eardrum. Right, I think I was like 8th or 9th grade.
You dunked it though, right? I mean,
behind the back, through the leg, yeah. 100%, right.
Yeah,
I'm sure he prevented one of my amazing 2 millimeters off the ground layups. Anyway, so I've always been very vulnerable to like swimmer's ear type of stuff. Even like I take a shower sometimes, and it takes a while for my ear to open back up. And so I've had this like sore ear for a couple of days, and I got some drops for it last night. As a matter of fact, for those of you on YouTube, I'm holding the drops. I'm carrying them. But the problem is it hasn't cleared out yet. So I made the mistake, Jason. There's always a mistake. Never, ever go online and ask medical questions, which is what I did.
Oh, yeah.
And
helpful there. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything much worse than getting on a plane, if that's your issue.
That's exactly. It says, yeah, we don't recommend flying. It could perforate your eardrum. The pressure could build, and we don't if you have to, go ahead, but boy, could it be. I'm thinking, are you serious? So I'm just kind of right now. My hearing out of my right ear is about 20%. Like I can, again, it's like if you have water stuck in it. So hopefully,
they said if you have to go, it's okay. So
if you have to go, it's okay.
You have to go.
Yeah, you do. It's a big game, Dave. And all heroes don't wear capes. So I mean, you're ready for this,
right? The only thing worse than going online, though, is saying something like that on the radio and 321 on the text and YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I knew a guy once that he just had swimmer's ear. He went on the plane, his head literally exploded. It was crazy.
My uncle's cousin's friend.
Yes.
Yeah. You also got Davis, the street clothes of radio. You're now being compared to Anthony Davis.
I just saw that from Sean. And you're right about that in the sense that I'll save some. I'll lose some time here and there. That's for sure. I'd say about 95% of my sick days have come over the last 10 years from migraines. The other 5% from a COVID-related illness. Good morning, MC. I'm sure he'll weigh in on that. But then I go into work day, right? I did this the other day. That's for those of you who don't use work day at your work. It's where Christ. It's been 3 days. I now have to reset my password on it.
Good luck.
Remember your old one. Now your new one. You can't use the same password that you've used in the last 5 years. It has to have a special character and an exclamation point and five.
Super easy.
Super easy. And I wish they just have. Can I tell you, it's getting out of control, dude, with that crap. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, this is a true story. I joined the Arby's Club.
Come on. You've got the meats? What are you doing?
I joined the Arby's Club.
Turkey sausage?
No, I saw this. There was an ad that said if you join their online club and you order online, you get a free sandwich with any purchase. So yesterday, I got a beef and cheddar, which is regular price $7.49, right? I got a beef
$7.49.
That's what I'm talking about.
Quality cheddar, Chris.
Back when I was a kid, you could get an RBQ or the cheese one for 99 cents each, right? They put them on special. Now it's $7.49, but I ordered the curly fries, which I believe Arby's has the best curly fries, and those were $3.49. So I could get the whole thing cost me $3.50 for a beef and cheddar and a curly fries, but I had to join the Arby's thing. So you got to
use the slide. What do you get to do? Play in the pen?
You're eligible for discounts and other promotions, right? So I go on and I'm making my my account, and I go and I put in, I have a go-to password. It's password and
1 2 3.
Yeah, exactly. Password 1 2 3. Exactly. And I hit the whole. It's got to be 10 characters and a special character. That's not Christopher Laud. That's like exclamation point, quote, whatever. And I'm like,
it is the Arby's Club, Dave. Come on.
Well, I'm sitting there doing this on my own. It's so pathetic. And I go, are we worried somebody's gonna break into my Arby's account and grab a beef and cheddar coupon? Is there a check mark where if I ever own anything that needs a club, right? If I was ever the CEO, I would direct my computer nerds. I'd say, give everybody an option to check the box so that they can have whatever the hell their password could be 2. But they agree that if any of their crap gets stolen or broken into, like I would opt into that. Hey, if you hack my account, it's cool. I just want to use my same password.
Yeah. But what about, we've learned all this stuff, tailgating and phishing and scamming and whatever all this stuff they are, I don't know, seminars have been on. I don't even remember what half of that stuff is.
When it comes to work, all of the dude abides. When it comes to my personal life, I don't care. Yeah. Break into the stuff. I don't care. Just, you can steal my barbecue. I
actually have just ordered some for everyone here in New Orleans. Thanks, Dave. Don't look at your account.
Shout out to Sean, by the way, who said Dave is the street clothes of radio. Not just because that's a great line, but also clothes is spelled CLOSE. Not lying.
I saw.
Unless he's French and I'm the street classé, and he just forgot the little thing. So you got to New Orleans. You got to New Orleans yesterday.
I did. Finally made it.
And from what I spoke to you this morning about, it was super easy, smooth, no issues.
Yeah, flight-wise, yes, as far as in the air and all that. Yeah, that all worked out well. But it was a mini, I would say a mini miracle that I made it here.
Yes.
Based on, and you actually alerted me a little bit yesterday to the story of, and some of our texters and listeners, that there was something going on via Southwest through the airport.
Why do I always break news to you?
I don't know. Because your word comes first. There's breaking news. You have it.
That is right. It's breaking news. I've got it. All right. So,
yeah. So to the point where I'm en route to the airport, and I was flying on the same flight with Henry Turner. And he calls and he says, "Where are you at in this mess?" And I'm like, "Uh-oh, what do you mean?" He goes, "You're not at the airport?" And I was basically getting off the freeway, so the airport exit. And he goes, "It is an absolute madhouse. I've never seen anything like this," which is always a frightening thing to hear when you've got what I thought was enough time normally,
Yes.
but would not have been enough time yesterday. So when I get there, my wife had picked me up from the station. My wife. We're going to, departures. And I said, well, at the worst case, I'll just check my bag outside because that line, even if it's 10 people deep.
That's great. Southwest outside check-in is almost always the way to go. Give them $5, whatever. And
right.
You're
move on through. And I just became a member of the, already forgot what the,
TSA.
Thank you. TSA Pre.
Yeah.
It was my first flight, TSA Pre. So I just signed up, family signed up about 2 months ago. So I'm like, perfect. This is going to be great. This is going to be awesome. I got a good seat, all that stuff. So when I get there, Dave, the line for the outside check-in, I would say conservatively was 250 deep.
Oh, God.
Conservatively. I mean, I could be off on numbers. And I went, wait, what? Is this from inside to going outside? Wait, what is this? And I realized that was outside, and I couldn't see Henry. Henry said, when you see me, just I'm way back in the line, but come sit with me come stand in line with me because I'll save you a good amount of time. I said, okay, definitely. And then I found Henry. He was inside, and that line was just absolutely worse. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And now I'm going, there is no way we're going to make our flight. And literally, I'm talking to Henry. There's just chaos everywhere. And Dave, out of good fortune or pure luck, whatever it was, there was just the most amazing person that came up. And he goes, hey. And he was working there at the airport. He said, since I know you guys and I like you guys, come with me.
Hey.
And I'm thinking, I don't know where we're going, but sounds good.
Hey, guys. Hey, listen. Turkey sausage.
And I'm like,
Oh, here we go.
Followed him. He took us literally right to the front of the line. I don't know why. Well, it's nice being with 6'8" Henry Turner.
Yeah, high flyer.
The high flyer. And got through that, went upstairs. And I'm thinking, oh, man, step one, amazing. Step two is going to be awful. You get upstairs, there's nobody at security because everybody's downstairs. Security took literally. So here's what's funny. Henry did not have TSA pre-check. He went through the regular line. He beat me. I went through TSA pre-check and they said, yeah, sir, you have to come over here. I went, wait, what? It was 100% random on TSA pre-check. So my first time ever through, they took me separately and had to go through my laptop and other stuff. But that was I just was a rando. I was the rando. But anyway, made it through. And then, flights were delayed and all that stuff after that in each location. But Sacramento was the issue. So then upstairs, Dave, we ran into friend of the show, Coach Katz. Former Sac State basketball coach. And he's like, were you guys in that mess? And we're kind of like, yeah, kind of. And he said, it took us 2.5 hours to get through that. So
wow.
we would have never made it.
And the weather there, is it sticky?
Yeah, a little more than I thought for the spring. I mean, it's not anywhere near what the summer is. But I walked out of the hotel this morning and went, ooh. Like I'm going to show you where I'm at. I'm inside a studio, inside Smoothie King. But Dave, I'm going to move the camera around. And outside right there is the Caesars Superdome. But I don't know if you could tell, like there's windows, like it's just, there's moisture because it's wet outside.
Oh, it's wet as in
not wet outside. It's just sticky, but it's not like New Orleans summer at all. It's just a little bit humid.
Wet and sticky.
Yes.
That's the that is the wet and sticky turkey sausage.
Gross.
That is the title of the show today. And we got a lot for you, including Todd Graffagnini. I think I got that right?
You did.
You even provided a really awesome guide there.
How did I do it? What is it?
It was graph, like Graph. As in and then knee, as in you have two of them, and you even spelled it Knie. Yeah. So Todd Graffagnini is going to join us. He's the voice of the New Orleans Pelicans. He's busy tonight. Nice for him to join us. And also Brendan Nunez, allegedly in studio. Can he go 2 for 2? I'm going to tell you right now. I hate to say this, but I'm telling you ahead of time. If for some reason Brendan does not make it in studio, that is a 100% jinx and the Kings are losing tonight. Just telling you. So a lot of pressure.
Brendan.
Lot of pressure. Other than that, guys, we'll have a couple of other things we'll talk about briefly, but I would tell you 90% of the show today is going to be Kings Pelicans and everything associated with that. So we will take a break. When we come back, we'll lead it off next.
The New Orleans Pelicans have absolutely owned the Sacramento Kings this season. Sacramento seeking its first win against New Orleans and needs it or their season comes to an end. A loss and it's over. A win and they are the 8th seed and headed to OKC.
The rebound grabbed by Sabonis, hammers it back off the bounce. Another offensive rebound and another 2 points. The Kings have their biggest lead of the ballgame.
Get all the exciting play-by-play action starting at 6:30 Friday night on Sactown Sports.
It's Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you want a deal that's a slam dunk, go see the winning team at Folsom Lake Ford. Folsom Lake Ford is your truck headquarters with all your American-made favorites, like America's best-selling F-Series, F-150s, and Super Duties, or spacious new Explorers and Expeditions, plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports, all in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. In the Folsom Auto Mall, you can buy any new Ford with zero down on approved credit, save big with low interest finance rates, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Check out the huge selection of inventory online at folsomlakeford.com or stop by the dealership to see their most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. They'll help you out. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 35 years and counting.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Be no good. Rebounded by Kessler Edwards, and that will do it. You hear the thunderous light the beam chant in the background. The final 4 seconds tick away. Davion walks it into the front court. The horn sounds, and the Sacramento Kings have won in a live or die last game scenario. Win or go home, and the Kings managed to win. Steve Kerr, Mike Brown embrace at center court, and you wonder about the Steve Kerr dynasty and all the success of the Warriors. This year is a number 10 seed being bounced in the play-in opportunity. 118-94 is the final score.
Hey, that rhymed. 118-94. That's the final score. It's game day. It's game day, and I can tell Jason in the chat everywhere. If you want to, if you want to text us, you can at 916-339-1140 as well. As always, call us 1-800-912-1140. We'll be taking your calls all day today. There is, I think the proper term would be something like excited, anxious trepidation about.
I would believe all that, right? Because there's a lot on the line. I mean, either we know the kind of like we said the other day, Dave, it was either going to see night, which would have been completely painful to see Steph do that, or have the most beautiful beam we've ever seen. We got that. Now it's, man, are the Kings going on to OKC or are they flying home? Like that's it. That's no other difference. So there's a lot on the line tonight.
It's so funny. It's one of those things where everybody involved in this, from players to you to people, the whole travel squad, in what other world are you praying to the basketball gods or whatever work gods you have that you have to work longer?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
right.
Imagine if, which I think, by the way, it should. Imagine if sports radio also had an off season and it was summer, where like once basketball season ended, all the way till, let's say, preseason camp opens for training camp opens for football. Let's say that we had this off season. Imagine like a situation where the Kings were out, but all we just want to work into, instead of being done in May or late April on this game, we want to work until mid-June, even though we're effectively getting paid the same. But in sports, it's a whole different story. You want to work as long as you possibly can.
Absolutely, especially with this team. I mean, I feel like there's more for them to give. They give us what I feel like the game the other day, obviously ending the Warrior season, was satisfying, but it's the way the Kings played. It made you believe, man, maybe there is more from this team. I think that was their best game. It's great to see that. You want them to continue in that groove if they can.
If they were to advance, I think I think this would be the Walker Texas Ranger of King seasons, because I would just be sitting at home, Jason, Chris, after the buzzer sounds, and I'd turn to my kids and I'd say, well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned. It's 100%.
What would Walker tell you?
By the way, did you with Conan in the news and on Twitter, like after he got on the hot chicken thing?
Yeah. And
they're showing all these old clips. And I'm a Conan guy. I completely forgot that he had the Walker Texas Ranger lever.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one.
Oh, my God. And the one, I'd never seen the clip. I know Chris will know this, Jason. Do you know the one where he's proposing?
I don't think so.
They're on like this lakefront or something. And he's proposing to this girl. And she's like, are you proposing? He's like, I think I'm trying to, or something like that. And she goes, yes. And the music starts and they hug, and it shows Walker from behind and they hug. All of a sudden, somebody shoots him in the back, which none of that's funny. Yeah. But like the amount of randomly weird and stupid things that were in Walker Texas Ranger.
Oh, the dad catching the kid.
Not catching the kid.
Right.
Haley Joel Osment, which, by the way, Haley Joel Osment, Conan even played that one, said, we have been avoiding playing this clip. We're not even sure we should. Yeah. Anyways, back to the Kings. Sorry. Kings Pelicans tonight, Jason. By the way, I want to let you know, you can listen to that right here on Sactown Sports, and tip-off is at 6:30, Jason.
Correct. 8:30 Central.
8:30 Central, which means by the time the game is over, I mean, you're talking like 11 p.m. Is there any place open for food?
New Orleans never closes.
In New Orleans?
Never close.
And by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, it's New Orleans. It's not Nolans.
They don't like that.
And it's not New Orleans.
It's definitely not that.
It's New Orleans. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
We have significant news here. This is from Woj just moments ago, and it's not a surprise, but it's terrible. Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler is expected to be sidelined for several weeks with a right knee MCL injury suffered in last night's loss to the Sixers. This is the reporting from Woj coming in just moments ago. We all saw it. We've talked about it all morning long. Any hope they have, look, they play Chicago tomorrow night. The Bulls have been playing really well. Legs, maybe they find a way to win that game without Jimmy Butler and go on and play the Celtics. But without him against the Celtics, who've been the best team in the league all year, it's difficult to picture them winning even a game.
Well, I'd say even even beating Chicago is unlikely because you don't have them, and just how deflated they must be right now. Give them all the credit in the world now that we know this for coming back in that game. And we should have known it by his reaction and his scream that he let out when it happened. And Derek Spoelstra said we're going to be sensible here. We're going to go by what Jimmy says. He obviously convinced them he felt good enough to play. But now knowing this, man, how much respect do you have for Jimmy Butler for trying to gut his way through that game?
Absolutely.
Well, if Jimmy Butler got his way through the game, what's Malik Monk doing, right? All right? Anyone?
Yeah.
No.
Why isn't Zion playing?
Well, that was hamstring, Jason.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't an MCL, who's also one of our chatters. Yeah. You never want to see injuries. We all agree they should be outlawed, but that is how it is. Now, if you are the Chicago Bulls, you need not look much further than Miami's visit to it was our visit to – was Butler out here?
He was out.
And they won, right, or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just look there. Just look at that game plan that obviously showed that they can win without Jimmy Butler, but – that's a lot of pressure on Bam Adebayo and friends. And hey, they're gonna need a hero tonight, Tyler Hero, to step up quite a bit, Jason.
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero.
You're holding out for a hero. Here's the thing, though. Tina Turner said we don't need another hero.
I'm confused.
Yeah, she said we don't need another hero. We just need to do something with Thunderdome.
Well, is Tyler the greatest American hero?
Is Tyler? Mount Hero more. I would say Sandwich.
Yeah.
Greatest American.
Tyler.
Hero. hero.
Shima?
Nope, it's not American, but good morning. We're going to have to figure out the fourth. There's a fourth hero out there. Sandwich, Tyler, and Greatest American is what we've got so far. Cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
Jackman. How about that? He goes 7 shutout innings, and now it's up to the bullpen.
Hey, Dave Fleming. That's Logan Webb putting in 7 shutout. The guy who led the league in innings last year is the first player in baseball to get to 30 innings. The guy who was second to Blake Snell when it comes to the Cy Young is having yet another Cy-esque season, if you will, and has been virtually unstoppable, Jason, in his last 3 starts. 21 innings, 3 earned runs, and 21 innings over 3 games. Yes, you guessed it. That is an average of 7 per, which is almost unheard of. And his ERA has gone in those 3 starts from 6.52 to 2.93. Pretty good.
That is very good.
Very good. And the Rockland native who was interviewed yesterday, and he's going to, even though they're playing, he's going to be keeping an eye on the Kings game tonight. He talked about that, which is so stupid. He just pitched 7 shutout innings. Can the dude just sit in the clubhouse and watch the game? What do you need him? What do you need him in the dugout for? What's he going to
send him out here?
Right. What's he going to do? Pinch hit?
Yeah, he's not pitching for a few days.
No.
He's definitely not pitching today. So send him out here. He wants to be here.
He did his part.
Yeah.
By the way, we always forget something, and we can always thank the text line, 916. It's Tyler, Sandwich, Greatest American, and Hogan's to finish out our Mount Hero more that we have so
What
far.
about Super?
Well, but that's very, very non-specific, says the guy that brought up Hero Sandwich. But, like, there could be all kinds of superheroes. Guys, please stop submitting Hiroshima. This is Greatest American Hero Mount Rushmore, right? Besides, it's spelled differently.
I thought it was just Hero.
No, maybe
Mount
it is.
Rushmore. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It feels weird putting Shima in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the energy for this, Jason. It's game day. I do. And I'm going to make the switch to electric like a lot of you this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of the spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the wintertime and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Here's what they want to do. They'll send a professional out to your house. Oh, they send an amateur, right? They'll send a pro that'll do an in-home energy efficiency analysis for free. That costs you nothing. And they'll show you, like, hey, this is what you're doing now. Here's why your bills are this way. And here's what your bills would be if you switch to electric. Then it's a simple math thing. But whatever the purchase price of whatever system you decide, you can add the monthly savings along with $9,000 in rebates from SMUD that they will grab for you. They'll do the whole thing. So think about that. Think about how easy that is. There's all kinds of financing available as well. They're the best. They'll make it work for you. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy. Making the uncomfortable comfortable. Jason is live in New Orleans. He'll give us the lay of the land. We'll take our first look at tonight's matchup, Kings Pelicans. This time it is for real. We're right back on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Last season, the Sacramento Kings gave us a little bit of everything. A Pacific Division type GM of the Year, Coach of the Year, Clutch Player of the Year, All-Stars and All-NBA performers. Plus, we got to light the beam.
Here's a steal by Fox, a breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
What does this season have in store? Find out. Each and every Sacramento Kings game can be heard right here on your proud home of the Beam Team, Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Whether you prefer thrills or serenity, the 2024 Accord from Elk Grove Honda delivers both. With Honda Sensing Standard, the 2024 Accord is once again a winner of the 2024 Car and Driver's 10 Best Cars, making Honda the winningest brand in car and driver award history. Drive a 2024 Accord Hybrid and see for yourself what the fuss is all about. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda. So you just used bug spray in your home. Now what? Well, between the waiting for things to dry up and keeping your family away from the mess, it hits you. You could have used Zevo. Unlike other bug sprays that stick around, Zevo goes from kill to clean in seconds. Plus, it's safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Zevo, people-friendly, bug-deadly.
You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day and smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.
With a variety of weekly promotions, there's something for everyone to enjoy at a Sacramento Rivercats game. Don't miss a Toyota Family Value Tuesday featuring $2 hot dogs and $2 ice cream, or Thirsty Thursday featuring ice cold beer. Join us on Smut Orange Fridays for happy hour and live music. And don't forget to stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with post-game fireworks. Find all promotional details at rivercats.com and make your plans to head out to Sutter Health Park this season.
Hi, everyone. It's Emron Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187. or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Tub Shed, New Dawn Treatment Centers, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Live from New Orleans. It's Jason Ross.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night. Dun, 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 dun. Chris, I honest to God was thinking about this yesterday. I wish you were, if there was a way I could wave a wand, I wish you were going with me. I honestly would. Have you been there?
When I was 16 for a National Lutheran Youth Convention.
Well, then, so you've already experienced hardcore partying and drinking, but I would love to just actually like walk 3 feet behind you and just follow you through New Orleans. I think it would be incredibly, Jason, it'd be incredibly entertaining.
Yes.
You and I don't really partake.
Right.
Just kind of watch Chris defile himself over the course of an evening in New Orleans and just make sure he gets home okay.
Yeah. So like a normal morning for us.
Do you think Chris is the type of guy? Because there's usually one of two ways it would go. If we're following Chris in New Orleans around and he's just getting progressively more hammered, is he the type of guy that at some point during the night is going to turn to us and be like, guys, listen, I got to tell you, I don't say this enough, but I love this show. I love working with you guys. I really do. Or is he the type of guy that's like, yeah, I got to tell you, I don't say this enough, but this job sucks, man. I hate it. I live in a case of misery, man, and you guys don't make it any easier.
Ironically, it's a mixture of the two.
Just a coin flip based on.
We'll get all sides of Chris.
Is that bourbon versus beer?
Exactly.
We have this just I forgot I'd saved this. This is interesting, and I've listened to it's about a minute clip. Chris, I've listened to about 48 seconds of it, and then our internet went out. So I think it's clean, which is always great when you play something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's clean.
Who's saying it?
It's Draymond Green on his podcast, which he has at he'll let one fly, but it didn't sound like that's where it's going. So just be aware. This is Draymond talking about and breaking down a little bit the game versus the Kings. I thought people might want to hear this.
We got popped by the Kings, 118-94 on Tuesday, which ended our season. I told y'all I hate that play-in. They were way more physical than us. They shot the ball way better than us. They dominated the game. But, like, it comes down to one game, NCAA tournament style, and that's just it. Like, you don't get it back. Like, you don't get another chance. And so I hate the play-in still. And so got to get our defense credit. Mike Brown, we know, is a defensive genius. Mike got all my respect, especially when it comes to that side of the ball. And he had them guys ready to go. Their defensive game plan was great. They did a good job on.
This is the last part I heard. So, anyways, back to it.
On everybody. We had a rough shooting night. And like I said, you got to give them some credit. They were flying around. I remember one play that stood out to me in particular. I caught the ball kind of at the elbow, and Trace was diving, and I kind of tried to lead him a bit to the lob. And Sabonis had just trapped the ball screen up top with Steph and sprinted all the way back to the rim and broke up the lob. And like they were flying around all night, and they just got the better of us that night.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. There's Draymond Green, the player.
Yep.
There's Draymond Green, the analyst. I thoroughly enjoy, and I know this is sacrilege, I thoroughly enjoy, Jason, about 90% of Draymond Green's NBA analysis when he just leaves it all and just analyzes, when he leaves all the garbage aside. I actually think he's a really gifted analyst, and I understand why TNT has basically made him Charles Barkley's heir apparent. I think he's going to fit very, very well in that role.
Yeah, that was a pretty honest assessment. Look, he shared that he didn't like the play-in, but he also shared, look, Sacramento popped us. They got us. They outplayed us. They outworked us. Gave a lot of credit to Mike Brown, the Kings defense. He did say they shot lights out, which the Kings really didn't that game. That's the irony of it. But they shot the three ball well. But they were the better team that day. And that's what we said all along. I was not thrilled that if the Kings had to play the Warriors in a series the way both teams were playing, I don't know that would have gone well, even though you have more wiggle room, right? You could lose a couple games and kind of figure it out, but this was one day. And can you be great one day? And the Kings were. I still think, Dave, that was their best game this season, if not one of their best. They were really good and complete on both sides there.
Were you going to finish the rest of that audio?
What do you mean?
Where he continues to talk about how
Chris, I think, has the rest, right?
Yeah, I don't have the rest, but I saw in the transcript that he said, and then there's this one guy who would not shut up to me about the turkey sausage.
Turkey sausage!
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. That's the best.
It was just in my head. I couldn't get it out.
What we need is a supercut where you have the first turkey sausage immediately followed by a second of the same
Turkey sausage!
Yeah, it's the up note on the edge that gets me. How, like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that would be a top 5 most favorite thing I've experienced in my career if on his podcast he was like, man, and I gotta tell you, it didn't bother me, but there was some drunk dude who wouldn't stop screaming turkey sausage, and finally I looked, he's making eye contact with me, and then it occurred to me, he'd said the name of his bakery. And I went, oh, he must know the owner because I order the research these fans do. And I'm not going to lie, man. I can hear you. Draymond, you suck. You're a criminal. Get off the court. Go put somebody in a chokehold. They say terrible stuff to me. But I've never been more bothered by this guy. And he has this tall, goofy-looking guy to his left with this ginger-looking kid in the middle. And they really, really got to me with this turkey sausage thing. I think that's why we lost. Okay, that would actually be the best thing.
That would be the best thing. We would definitely play that audio. Definitely.
We have Draymond on to talk about it. Yeah. And then for the rest of Draymond's career, every road game he plays, turkey, sausage. Right? I thought he broke it down well. And he's right. And Jason, look, there is no argument. It was the best win of the year. Now, because of the situation, that's obvious. But you could also make an argument that, especially considering what they were missing in Herter and Monk, we'd have to go back through, and maybe we'll do that once the season's over, but you could argue that was their best cover-to-cover game of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, right in the right time, right? Absolutely needed. It was necessity. You did it on your home floor, gave everybody an opportunity to really enjoy that, and it keeps it alive for tonight. And hopefully tonight, Dave, 6th time is a charm.
Oh, my goodness gracious. 6th time is a charm. Because you know what? If they lose tonight and then they lose their first 2 against New Orleans next year, I would say that's enough.
Well done.
Thanks. We'll take a break. 8.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll take a quick detour to baseball. Logan Webb is a stud, but is he in Madison Bumgarner land? We'll explain that. Don't freak out, Giants fans, and much, much more. Safer Out is next.
The Sacramento Kings did it. They eliminated the Warriors and kept their season alive.
They swing it to Keegan, going for another one. And he hits it from the line drive on the right wing. That's the 8th three-pointer that Keegan Murray has made in 13 attempts. He has 32 points.
Now, they need to do it again on Friday in New Orleans. Kings and Pelicans, Friday at 6:30 on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Ram Truck Month?
We are very excited to be celebrating 75 years in business. And what better way to celebrate than helping you get the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you've been looking for less? Right now, you can save up to $8,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman Crew Cabs. And with California's biggest selection of new Ram trucks, you're sure to find the truck you need.
75 years. That's incredible, dude.
It all started with my grandpa and great-grandpa's dream. And it's grown over the years to where we've had a chance to serve tens of thousands of customers and show them there's something special about Hoblet you just can't get at those big city auto mall dealerships.
Come experience the difference at California's #1 Ram truck dealer. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
8,000 total net savings after 4,000 factory rebates and 4,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,500 commercial bonus cash and 500 first responder bonus cash. Must be current member of eligible First Responder Association. 5 with this discount. See dealer for details.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
Hey, Chris.
Thinking of remodeling your home? Say goodbye to endless internet searches and visit Subcontractors United. Find a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in each home service category. From cabinets to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy, with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T level is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They're in Midtown in the Cal Sutter Medical Building and also offer telemedicine appointments. Plus, with free shipping directly to you, Revive takes the hassle out of treating low T and ED. Schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation today. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings.
It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The voice of the Pelicans, Todd Graffagnini, will join us at 8 a.m. from New Orleans, where Jason Ross is, where I will be sometime early this afternoon, and the Kings are there as well for tonight's game, and we'll have all that coverage right here on Sactown Sports. In the meantime, a quick baseball detour. Safer out, Christopher Lott.
Safer out. Logan Webb is the best pitcher the Giants have had since Madison Bumgarner.
I first off, no, out just because where Madison Bumgarner really, became arguably the greatest Giants pitcher of all time, and I don't even know if that's an argument, is his postseason work. And the fact that they, especially that year against the Royals, just hopped on his back, and he put together the greatest string of postseason pitching performances the world has ever seen. So that's why Bumgarner is going to be in this category on his own. But when it comes to just regular season, Jason, I think so, especially considering last year, runner-up Cy Young could have easily won it. What he's doing this year, he had a 2.90 ERA the year before. I mean, the guy is just a super stud.
Yeah, I mean, I would say safe in this sense. Wasn't the question the best since Madison Bumgarner?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That is the question.
Yeah, you're right. And I wrote it, too. How about that? Yeah,
so
you're right.
Safe.
Since, yes, safe. That's right, because in my head when I wrote it, I was like, but let me make sure to be clear that he's not Madison Bumgarner. And I reverse that. No, you're right.
But great point, Dave.
Hey, thanks. You know what? It's
all points are valid.
Safer out, question 2.
Jackson Holiday is now 1 of 25 to start his career. Safer out. He may need a bit more time at AAA.
I safe. He might just. We've seen this before. We've seen this so many times with huge prospects. They'll come up. The lights get a little bit big. They got a big. Look. We're not the only ones that know Jackson Holiday is the number 1 prospect in the game. So do the opposing pitchers. There's a lot of scouting on him, a lot more. A lot of times in baseball, you get what's called the Kirk Reeder effect, and this is for you real old heads. when Kirk Reeder came up, former Giant Woody, with the Montreal Expos, I think he started out 11-0. Roger Clemens, who ended up, being arguably the greatest pitcher of all time, if you don't count the PEDs. I want to say he started out, 13-0 with the Red Sox, especially on the pitching side, but sometimes on the hitting side. Guys will come up and just light it up, and part of that is you just don't have a ton of scouting on them. I think with Jackson Holiday, not only do they have the scouting, but he's got the target, and there's a lot of pressure on him. But Jason, in one of the greatest autobiographies for sports all time, The Mick by Mickey Mantle, he discussed how he got called up to the Yankees by Casey Stengel, and he wasn't doing it, and they sent him down to Kansas City, and he was in his hotel room, and his dad, Mutt, that's what his name was, Mutt, called him, and Mickey was saying, Dad, I just don't know. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I don't know if I can handle it. And Mutt hung up the phone, drove from Commerce, Oklahoma to Kansas City, knocked on the door, surprised the hell out of Mickey, who didn't know he was coming there, started packing all his crap, and said, if you want to whine like that, you can come back and work the mines like me and die before 40. You want to do that? You want to whine? Go ahead. You've got a God's gift, and you're not using it, blah, blah, blah. And Mickey stopped him, pleaded with him to stop packing his stuff, got called back up a week later, and the rest is history. So if, in fact, Holiday, to wind this long story up, if he does get sent down, it might be the best thing for him.
Yeah, and I think, the beauty for him, too, is having his father, play baseball, so it could help him, get through this. I think he's extremely talented. The only thing I would question is if it does hurt his confidence. If it didn't hurt his confidence, then it's baseball. He's going to go through another one of 25. It's just the way it works. But it's tough that it's this beginning. Everybody was anxious for him to start, but I have no worries about him. I think he's going to be just fine.
Question 3. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shohei Ohtani is tied for the league lead in hits. Safe or out? Not having to pitch might take him to a whole new offensive level.
I think,
another level?
Yeah, wow. Right. I think, I know there's a lot of raised eyebrows about Shohei Ohtani right now. I would say this, his interpreter might want to cover for him. You can put a lot of things in there. But when you read the FBI report on him, combined with not just what the interpreter said, but what the bookies were saying, who have no reason to lie, I'm all for a good conspiracy when it comes to stuff like this. And I'm going to be honest, when I first heard this story break, I'm thinking, how in the hell? And then I still kind of raise an eyebrow at the amount of money that was changed around and Ohtani not knowing it. But let's just live in a world where the report is the truth and backed up, and Ohtani really was screwed over. And we don't think about the personal side enough. Not only is it a giant money loss, not only is this guy in the news for all the wrong reasons, and he did absolutely nothing wrong, but he's got to be heartbroken at the whole thing. He absolutely has to be heartbroken. And the fact that he has started out his Dodger career batting .360 with 4 homers, 10 RBI, an OPS of 104, 1.04, by the way, and is in a 3-way tie for the league lead in hits. Can we just tip our caps a little bit, even though he's a stupid Dodger, to the fact that with all the pressure on him, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and his stacked lineup that he's helping make stacked. Yeah. I mean, he's in a perfect spot to just if there's ever such a thing as blend into a lineup. I mean, he's a masher already, but yeah, I don't know if there's another level, but I think he's got everything he can right now to possibly succeed and have a great offensive year, and he's already had a couple. So good for him. Safe on that one.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings Pelicans tonight. We got a lot of questions for this, including who needs to be the Velvet King tonight? The Velvet King at Smoothie King for the Sacramento Kings. We'll take a break. We'll come back next right here on KHTK.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help. and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by R.C. Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few clouds with temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
If you need flooring, now is the time to buy during R.C. Willey's semi-annual flooring event. For just 10 days, you can save up to 40% on select carpet styles and pay just $39 for installation. R.C. Willey, your home, your way. Welcome to a brighter future with Aztec Solar, serving Sacramento since 1980. Everyone knows that solar saves money. How much? The answer is a few clicks away. Visit yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable, giving you instant insight into your potential savings.
I used to pay $400 a month to the power company, and that $400 a month added up to $48,000 over the past 10 years. That all changed when I switched to solar with Aztec Solar.
Now it's your turn to stop overpaying for electricity. Calculate your solar savings right now at yourpowersavings.com. And Aztec Solar will email or text you how much you'll save every month. Plus, we've got an exclusive offer for you. Get your solar electrical system for just $9,995 cash price after incentives. Don't wait. This deal won't last forever. Visit yourpowersavings.com today and take the first step towards energy independence with Aztec Solar.
Jiffy Lube has a special promotion going on right now. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change at Jiffy Lube and receive a $25 e-gift card from popular brands for food, gas, and more. It's that easy. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change and receive a $25 e-gift card. So basically, going to Jiffy Lube can get you a free lunch or a pizza for dinner. That's what we call added value for the consumer. That's why Jiffy Lube is #1 in the greater Sacramento area for oil changes. Visit jiffylube.com for more details and valuable coupons today.
Hello, I'm Frank Cockrell with Retirement Security Center for the weekly economic update. With the recent passing of O.J. Simpson, we're reminded of many parts of his legal legacy. While he was found guilty in civil court for the wrongful deaths of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman in order to pay their families $33.5 million, their families reportedly have only received a fraction of this. Simpson was a recipient of NFL and Screen Actors Guild pensions. Pensions are protected against forfeiture or attachment by creditors under the Employee Retirement Income Security Act. Many retirement plans share this liability protection, such as 401k accounts. Individual retirement accounts and 403b accounts, however, may not share the same levels of protection under ERISA. In California, for example, in your IRA, you can protect only what is necessary to support yourself and your dependents. A currently employed young person may have little protection, while an older unemployed person may have a higher level of protection afforded to them. Liability protection is an important part of a financial plan, not a concern relegated only to the infamous. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Frank Cockrell is a registered representative of Lincoln Financial Advisors Corporation, a broker-dealer member SIPC and registered investment advisor. Retirement Security Centers is not an affiliate of Lincoln Financial Advisors.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531, 808-2531.
Hey there, wanted to take a moment of your time so I could talk to you about insecurity. I could talk to you about confidence. I could talk to you about girth. Yeah, what? Girth? Yeah, okay. Let me tell you about the Upsize Clinic at UpsizeMatters.com. My good friend, Dr. Jack, and his friend, Dr. Pash in San Francisco, have a safe, effective, long-lasting doctor-performed procedure. It's non-surgical, virtually pain-free. Now listen, girth is consistently ranked as the most important attribute. What Dr. Jack and Dr. Pash are offering is a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation and get that confidence back. Reset in the bedroom with your partner. Financing is available. It's very private. It's very discreet. Available in Roseville with Dr. Jack and San Francisco with Dr. Pash at upsizematters.com. That's upsizematters.com.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Tub Shed, New Dawn Treatment Centers, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187. or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Hour number one already in the books.
Yeah, it flew by, didn't it?
Yeah. Which is weird, Jason, because they say time flies when you're having fun. and we're having fun, but I actually, and I don't know when or where it's coming, but I expect this to be a very slow day. Like I just want to hibernate and wake up 5 minutes prior to game time. That's all I want.
It is a long wait, right? I mean, it's a later start, especially out here. But yeah, it's waiting for what we know is a huge couple of hours ahead of us, right?
What am I hearing? Am I hearing something? Am I hearing something in the background? There we go. Yeah, there it was.
Yeah.
There was some sort of mumbling going on. Was that on my end, Chris?
No.
He's looking at me weird.
No, I was playing something here, but you shouldn't be able to hear it.
Yeah, but you know, are you playing it again? Yeah, I don't hear it. Jason, you heard that, right?
Yeah.
Or are we just? By the way, these boards tend to have ghosts in them, so that's not that is not Chris's fault by any means. But yeah, Jason, it really does ask the existential question of, like, sometimes I gotta wonder, like, ultimately, this is a game between people that don't know any of us, and why is so much? It really is. It's either a really good thing because it's an escape, or it's a really sad thing, or somewhere in the middle where it's like, why is it that, at least I'll speak for myself, my entire mood this weekend and for the foreseeable future can be so changed by the outcome of a game.
Well, I mean, think about how great the feeling was the other night, right? I mean, that was same idea, just a game, but like, look, it means so much to the community. It was the Warriors, to beat them, to knock them out, to have a chance to be in this game today, knowing that you haven't beaten this team, but still, hey, it takes one time. And I don't know, it's what we do. It's sports, right? You get involved, you get emotionally invested, and you obviously are hoping and rooting for the best possible outcome.
I think you said it. I think part of it. Wow, I really think you said it. You're right. I think the normal part is, hey, my favorite team might win, my favorite team might lose, and I'm going to have we're going to have the normal nerves and the normal fanning of the whole thing, if you will. But I think I think the part that makes it so personal is knowing that what it means to the community that has been through so much with this team. And one of the reasons why I've said I'm living so much off of that win over the Warriors. Yeah, they won. Yeah, they advanced. Yeah, they might have ended the dynasty. Like, all that stuff is great. But when I think about that game, all I'm thinking about is watching it next to my son. The amount of times, I mean, I've got Facebook memories that pop up all the time. One in particular where we're driving home, you know, he's like 8, 6, 9, whatever. And he's sad and kind of down in the dumps because we left after yet another home loss. And to drive home with him, and my son, as you know, is not a chatty Cathy, and he's just going on and on about this play, that play, and wow, it's so great, and and everyone, a lot of you listening, right? Like, you've had that experience. It might be your kid, your dad, your mom, friends, whatever it is. It's this mutually. Sports is the ultimate language in the sense that we all speak the same, and it really does bring people together, both in pain and pleasure.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's building memories like that with either a family member, a parent, a sibling, friends, coworkers, however it is. And you don't have to go to the game to have that experience. You can go to someone's house. You can watch it together. You could be at a bar. This is our community's team, and they've done well this year and last year. And this is an opportunity to keep it going. That's the other part about it. And this is going to sound completely ridiculous, probably, Dave, but I think you might get it. It's like, if there ever is a time that this team wins a championship, I'm telling you, I know I'm going to have this feeling. And whether it's crazy or not, of course, it's probably 95%, 98% pure elation. Part of me will be sad that it's over. And it's ending with the best possible outcome. But because when you become attached to something what you literally enjoy, I will enjoy watching a team get through a round and another round, and then in the conference finals. And if they won it and had a parade and all of that would be great. But then you'd also be going, I may never see that. I had so much fun with this. I may never see this exact group again that I've completely fallen in love with. And I felt that feeling when I was old enough to feel a UCLA championship when they won with Tyus Edney and Ed O'Bannon. And it was great. But I literally like, you're chasing something and you got there.
Yes.
But it's over. Like, there's no more chasing. And you miss the chase, I guess. I mean, look, again, you'll take it. It's all worth it. Of course. But there will be a percentage where you go, well, I still want to see De'Aaron play with Sabonis this year and Hurt or whatever the group is. And then you go, well, it may not be the same group, or even if it is, it won't likely be the exact same. So it's something you would definitely miss.
I think you said it perfectly. I've told you the story before many times about one of my first sports memories was crying underneath the stairs after the Niners beat the Bengals in one of their Super Bowls when they ran the credits. I didn't understand as a kid why I was crying. And then
when's the next game?
And this is it. And I'm sad because football is over and I want to relive it. And I don't have a time machine to do it. You're 100% right. And I wonder when that feeling sets in. You know, does it set in after the parade? Does it set in after everybody is on the court, you know, and then there's, getting picky about it. Of course, like we'll take a championship for whatever reason,
of course.
I will just tell you this. If that day were to ever come, I really, really, really hope that they clinch at Golden One Center.
Yeah.
I really, really hope. But if they didn't, here we are talking about championships.
I know,
if they didn't, first off, downtown would be shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And then how insane would the airport be upon return?
Oh my goodness.
Like everyone would, the whole city, kind of like what it was last year when they came back from Portland, but times 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wasn't sure that was going to happen last year. And then I go, I should have known better. I'm like, I don't know if they'll go to the airport. No, they were there at the airport, which was cool.
There's this documentary on Maradona when he won a league in Italy where the town had a party for a month. And I'm thinking that's what Sacramento might be like.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know. I'll take Sacramento fans over any other fans of any other sport in the entire world. That being said, I don't know, and I tend to lean against them that we would celebrate as hard as like the Europeans do, the South Americans do when it comes to that stuff. But I'm also really okay with that because what I've learned, one of the things I've learned from the whole English soccer experience over the last year is that it's actually a level of fandom that you could argue is just not right, man. It's just not, it's like
not healthy.
I feel you've got me of all people talking to some of these amazing fans. They're awesome. Like, but you win and it's automatically, well, we won, but we didn't look that great. And of course we're going to lose in the next match. And I don't know. And da-da-da-da-da. And we had this situation last weekend, Jason, where the referee who was a lady, a female referee, and I'm bringing that up for a reason, called a penalty as the game was ending, as the match was almost over. And it turned out this week, it's almost like, see if this sounds familiar, Kings fans. Either yesterday or the day before, the manager of the team announced that the Referees Association, whatever equivalent, reached out and said, yeah, that was a wrong call. She shouldn't have given the penalty. Well, the team tied 1-1 instead of winning 1-0. They're in a relegation battle. This is a big deal. The amount of things I saw online were so terrible. I don't even want to repeat them. And yes, a lot of that unfortunately had to do with the fact that she was a female referee on top of everything else. There's a level of unhealthiness that I think, fan is short for fanatic. But I think there's lines. And I don't think, for the most part, for every one guy that throws a chicken wing or a chicken tender, I think is more accurate. There's 100,000 that don't do that type of stuff. Jason, before we break, I do want to cover a couple of things here. Who needs to be the Velvet King tonight? Who needs to step up in the place of Red Velvet and Malik Monk? And Malik means king in Arabic. That's why we call it the Velvet King. For you, who's that guy?
Tonight, I think it's Davion. And the reason I say Davion, because I think if you look at the series this year between the Kings and the Pelicans, look, many Pelicans players have lit up the Kings this year, obviously, by the amount of domination they've had. But I feel like the one, if they can limit, it's so important in their success is CJ. Yeah. And CJ McCollum has just shot lights out, specifically against the Kings. Hasn't been shooting the ball that well the last couple of games. And so I know that Davion and Keon are going to get some run. We're saying Velvet King, that's a bench player.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Davion. He's been playing well. Didn't have the better offensive game, I would say, against the Warriors, but was really important in their defense against Steph and some of the other guys. So I feel like it's him. I was looking back at the box scores of the 5 games, and the best bench player obviously has been Malik, and so he's not here. But no one else has really been that great as far as statistics off the bench against the Pelicans. But the guy I'll go with tonight's got to be I'm going to go with Davion.
I agree. And as a matter of fact, the first answer on the YouTube chat was MC as well, saying Davion. I agree. And there's certainly arguments for a Trey Lyles in there and him matching up, getting another big in there. There's a number of arguments there, but I completely agree with you. And the fact that Keon Ellis, who may be the key to the whole game, you just kind of take Fox at Sabonis like, duh.
Yeah.
But they, being that it needs to be a bench player, Davion's got to be on it, and not just defensively to kind of spell Fox and to spell Keon, but also hit those threes, man.
Absolutely. Threes are going to be big tonight. I mean, what the Kings make, what they hold the Pelicans to, that is going to be important because the Pelicans against the Kings have just shot the lights out. I mean, from 3, and the Kings at times this year haven't defended the 3 very well. They have that great scheme, great game plan against the Warriors. They need another one like that tonight.
We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness brought to you by the Wings of Fire, Fire Wings. And let's talk about physicality of the Pelicans and what the Kings can do. And from a defensive angle as well. Who's the one guy you got to double? Who's the one guy, your number 1 pick on this team, with Zion being out, the number 1 pick to double if you're running the defense like Jordy Fernandez, plus more. 3 for Madness next, Sactown Sports. sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Ram Truck Month?
We are very excited to be celebrating 75 years in business by doing what we do best, helping you get the truck you need for less. Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. And with over 500 new Rams available, you won't find a better selection in all of California.
Wow, 75 years. That is amazing.
It all started with my grandpa and great-grandpa's dream, and it's grown over the years to where we've had a chance to serve tens of thousands of customers and show them there's something special about Hoblet you just can't get at those big city auto mall dealerships.
Come experience the difference at California's #1 Ram truck dealer. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
11,000 total net savings after 5,000 factory rebates and 6,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital qualify. 500 first responder bonus cash. Must be current member of eligible first responder association. More than 5 of this total net savings. See dealer for details.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right. Todd Graffagnini, radio voice of Pelicans, joining us about 45 minutes. Right now, 3 for Madness, Christopher Log, question 1.
Do the Kings need to try and match the Pelicans' physicality?
No, I don't think so. I think that it's nice in theory, and I certainly think they can't shy away from it. But you're in trouble when you try to match the style of the other fighter. And I think what the Kings need to do is stop worrying about matching what the Pelicans are doing and start making the Pelicans match what they're doing. If they're going to be physical, that's fine. But you also need to then win the transition game. You need to use your speed and your shooting. And more than anything, Jason, I think you just need to run your offense because it is so much easier to play defense when you're not in transition, when you have an opportunity to set that defense. I personally think even with Zion out, if they're worried about trying to match the Pelicans' physicality, they're going to be in a little bit of a problem there because that's just not how they're built. But I think if they play their game and the Pelicans are scrambling to catch up, now I think we're cooking with chicken.
Yeah, I would say, or turkey sausage, right?
Yeah.
I would say this is one of the few teams that is probably bigger than the Kings in just about every position, with the exception of when Alvarado comes in off the bench. They just are long, they're athletic, they present a problem. It's also one of the few teams that has counters to Fox and Sabonis. I don't think a lot of teams have both of those. So I'm looking back, Dave, at a box score from last April. This is the last time the Kings beat the Pelicans. Felt like kind of a random game. Kings had already clinched. They'd won in Portland. Then they came out here to New Orleans and won 121-103. New Orleans was playing their guys. Kings were playing their guys. Kings got their 48th win. They won the Pacific Division that night, and then were able to lose the last 3 going into the postseason. But Sabonis, triple-double. Barnes, 16. Fox, 23. Keegan, 21. I mean, these are the kind of numbers we're going to need to see tonight. Now, Herter had 11 and Monk 17 off the bench. Obviously, you won't have that, but can Keon do what he did the other day, and then the bench just give you enough? So, I mean, you can't let them push you around and bully you, but, I mean, I also don't think that's the Kings' strength. So you go to what your strength is, and you hope your strength is better than what they're doing tonight, and, find a way to build confidence, because as much as the Pelicans should be confident, Dave, that they've beaten the Kings 5 times, they've lost 6 in a row at home. They've just dropped their last 2 when they could have been a playoff seed. So they've got to be a little bit shaken, maybe not completely, but a little bit lighter on their confidence than normal.
Also want to point out, Jason, having that box score memorized, dude, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Question 2, please.
Question 2.
Who's the one guy you need to double on New Orleans?
Instinctively, if Zion is out, And I would also say you're going to find out real quick which Brandon Ingram's going to show up tonight. Is it going to be the Brandon Ingram that seems like he has a broken propeller and isn't all he normally is? Then I think there's only, if that's the case, I think there's really one name only, and that's CJ McCollum. You could adjust to a Trey Murphy here and there, depending on matchups, but I think it's CJ. And that, again, I expect to see Keon Ellis spend a lot of time on CJ McCollum. This is we talk about Zion's game. Brandon Ingram seems to always hurt us with that midi game he's got. But my goodness gracious, CJ McCollum it seems like every time we play him, the guy makes 74 3-pointers.
Right.
And he had 31 in their last matchup when the Pelicans won 135-123. And yeah, Keon Ellis spent some time on it as well, but only 23 minutes for Ellis in that one. I will tell you this much, Jason, when we talk about keys of the game, blah, 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 blah. I think if Keon Ellis plays 34 minutes or more, I think Kings are winning this ball game. I think he's got to be on the floor for this team to be most effective, and he's got to know, as Gene Hackman said in Hoosiers, he needs to know what kind of gum CJ McCollum's chewing.
Yeah, and if he's getting that many minutes, that also means he's staying out of foul trouble, which is encouraging. Dave, I'm in this studio here in the Smoothie King Center, which is their work center, and they've got the box score, kind of like our stat monitor, still up from their Laker game. And if we could have this CJ game, I'm going to read you what he did the other night. 4 of 15, 1 of 9 from 3.
Wow.
I mean, that's just, he does none of that against the Kings. Also, Valanciunas, 20 minutes, 1 of 7, 4 points. But Zion was carrying the load, right? 40 points. He was going off. Now, he's not in the mix. Also, with Ingram back, that moved Murphy to the bench. Well, now Murphy's going to be back in the lineup, I'm sure, with Ingram. But yeah, I think you got to keep an eye on Ingram because he's super talented. He's not playing his best right now, coming off injury. But if it's not him that's doubled, if he's not really cooking, it's CJ. That's the guy they just can't let get totally loose and comfortable today.
I'd love to talk to Mike Brown or one of the other coaches. You know, we talked about this before. The Kings dominated the Lakers this year, swept them. The Pelicans have dominated the Kings this year, swept them in 5. But the Lakers have had tremendous success for some reason against the Pelicans. And I wonder how much, if any, film they're looking at. And I know we don't have the exact same personnel, but what is it the Lakers are doing that is stymieing the Pelicans? Why is it that when the Pelicans play the Kings, they turn into the Globetrotters? But seemingly over this last week, we saw them playing other teams, and you're seeing these types of box scores. So what is it these other teams are doing? They need to identify that and figure that part out.
Yeah, actually, as I'm looking at this, I am trying to make sense of this. I mean, the Lakers outscored them, obviously, 110-106, but shot 41%, while the Pelicans shot 46%. Points in the paint were 62-36 for the Pelicans.
Wow.
And they lost. I mean,
what about the free throw?
Yeah, I was just going the same place. So, okay, what were the points in the paint again?
62-36. What is that? Plus 26?
Plus 26 for the Pelicans. What was the free throw disparity?
The Lakers shot 29 and made 26, and the Pelicans shot 15 and made 11. So they gained at 15 points there.
So,
also it's the threes. The Lakers made 5 more threes. That's also another 15 more points.
And I don't mind any part of that. I would just, again, how are you going to be plus 26 in the paint and the other team doubles your free throw? Because the whole thing with the Lakers, when this gets brought up, you see Lakers, we're points in the paint, we're getting fouled. Okay. So what are LeBron and AD just so insanely amazing at drawing fouls that nobody else can do it the same, or they get this whistle that's so ridiculous, man?
Yeah. How many free throws do you think AD and LeBron shot of those 29?
Of those 29,
15.
Dave?
Yeah, I'll say 18.
20. 10 each. 10 each.
Yeah, I said
and the highest Pelican was Zion with 9. But no one else shot more than 2.
You know, I know you hate the last 2-minute report, and we don't really know necessarily what the goings on are, and maybe they already do this in ref land. I just really hope that somewhere there's a grade book where these refs get graded, for example, during these late. And I want to see it's like umpires in baseball have every pitch graded by the umps.
Yeah, right.
I hope all these fouls are, and it's fair, and it's truthful, and it's not look the other way. Again, conspiracy theory, this, that, whatever. This isn't a conspiracy theory. The numbers back it up. The disparity between the free throw attempts the Lakers have gotten, especially over the last 2 years, and their points in the paint, which are good. They are near the top or at the top generally in points in the paint. Don't get me wrong. But this is way too, you combine that with the sleepless nights apology the refs gave LeBron last year, and we pulled those numbers earlier this year. Since that apology, it's almost like if you sneeze on LeBron, it's a foul. If you sneeze on AD, it's a foul. And it's not just, Jason, by the way, stop down and make your free throws, which is the obvious one, but it also puts the other team's stars in foul trouble, and their strategy completely changes. It's not right, man.
Well, the joke is there. If you sneeze on LeBron, it's a foul. If you sneeze on AD, it's a foul, but he's also out for 10 minutes.
That is street clothes, CLOSE. We'll take a break when we come back. Bulls, Heat tonight, other playoff matches. We're going to run through and just give our early picks as well before we get to your phone calls and Todd Graffagnini at the top of the hour, the voice of the Pelicans. We're all right back after this.
It was a beam unlike any beam we've seen.
The Warriors three, no good. Rebounded by Kessler Edwards, and that will do it. You hear the thunderous light the beam chant in the background.
It was a win to remember.
If the horn sounds and the Sacramento Kings have won.
The season still has more life left in it, and the Kings are off to New Orleans for another win or go home game. It's the Kings and the Pelicans. Friday night at 6:30, right here on your home for Sacramento Kings basketball. Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by R.C. Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and after a few clouds this morning, expect plenty of sunshine this afternoon with temperatures warming into the mid to low 80s and winds staying light from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Spring savings continue at Folsom Lake Kia. Low payments, special offers, zero down deals on approval of credit. Shop your trusted Kia dealership for over 25 years and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPfest.com.
Brought to you by Tug Shed, new dog treatment sensors, and Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
At Ashton & Price over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Great news, Jason.
What's that?
During this last break, my ear popped.
Oh,
I can hear out of my right ear.
Honestly, I didn't say much early, but I was
jacked.
Yes, I was not thinking that was going to be good for you today at all.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But so far, so good.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Can I test you on some other, because you are the Jinx, commander?
Yes, of course.
I think I'm very well.
Yes, I would say Chris is there too. Yes.
Chris is definitely a part of the board.
I'm not going to take credit. I will just say Chris and I have worked together a very long time too. So I think there's a mutual education there.
Yeah, I'm still taking classes.
Yes.
I'm on the online program. So just throwing this out there because I don't know where this would go, but I want you to, we referenced this person the other day, Dave, George Karl.
You told me, Jason, I would almost say that I wouldn't say what George Karl said specifically. I would just give you an idea of what he said.
Well, here's the thing.
Dave knows then.
I had no idea that this is where this was going.
So I'll leave it to you. You know where it is.
I have a twist, though, perhaps. Go ahead.
I don't even know. Now I'm nervous on whether you guys, Dave, you actually go from here. You know what tweet I'm going to reference.
So George Karl, for the play-in, threw out his predictions. And he said something to the effect of, I'm taking the Lakers and the Kings. Now, did he also do that for the Eastern Conference?
Yes, because this particular tweet is talking about how he is 4 for 4 and then gives picks for this evening.
Yes, and he gave picks for this evening. I will tell you, here's the twist. I didn't know he gave the picks for this evening because, Chris, I'll have you look. Jason, you might be able to see this. This is the conversation with George Karl I was having yesterday where I was asking him who he was picking and demanding that he make it public as soon as possible, to which he responded yes. And then I didn't know he had tweeted it out. But you want to talk about jinxes? Here's the twist. I saw that. I was very much emboldened by that. So I made sure to text him, say, Coach, who are you picking? And then as soon as he told me the Pelicans, I would not have had the same response. But as soon as he said the Kings, I was like, Coach, you got to tweet that out. Please tell me you're tweeting that out. And he gave me the double thumbs up, said, I'll do that. And he would have tweeted out anyways. I'm not trying to take credit. But my point is, I was so deep in this world already that I was literally begging him to do this, please, because anything helps.
Okay. Yeah, so his official prediction that he put out there was George Karl. I'm 4 for 4 on play-in predictions. The Bulls and Kings will grab the 8 seeds tomorrow night. Book it. So whether or not you believe Coach Karl, who knows?
Or it could be
the Bulls pick isn't that amazing of a pick.
It's not?
Huh?
Don't think that is?
No, with Butler? No, like I'm saying for tonight.
Heat culture, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
but why is it the thought isn't the same with Butler being out as it would be with Zion being out?
Because they beat us by 94.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I could think of. Is they just waxed us, bat flapped us.
Yeah, dog
flapped. Fair to say that Coach Karl is
sausaged.
This is a perfect transition to something I wanted to give you before we get into the other stuff. Fair to say George Karl is a coaching lifer, old school type of dude. You may remember somebody else who's a coaching lifer, old school type of dude for sure back in the day, Bill Fitch.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you this story here that popped up on my timeline about a player named Gary Suiter. It sound familiar? I know you remember Bruce, but
yes,
this is Gary Suiter, Suiter. He played for Coach Bill Fitch for the Cleveland Cavaliers a long, long time ago. He lasted only 30 games in the Cavs' very first season, but he sure left his mark. He used to bug Coach Fitch so much to put him in games that the coach finally relented and decided to start him one night. Come tip-off, Suiter was nowhere to be found near the huddle at the bench. An assistant coach was dispatched to the locker room, thinking maybe Suiter had locked himself in, which apparently had happened a few times previously. He found Suiter instead at the concession stand, wolfing down a hot dog and throwing back a beer in uniform just minutes before opening tip. Now, this wasn't the first weird thing this guy had done, because Fitch used to get phone calls from Suiter, who was trying to disguise his voice and identified himself as simply a loyal Cavaliers fan, demanding that Gary Suiter get more playing time. In the middle of the season, the Cavs finally gave up and released him, but he still kept coming to practices and games. He eventually gave up on this and told Fitch he would leave, but he needed $450 for plane fare back to Texas for him and his wife. To which Fitch exclaimed, "What wife? Because he's single." The next day, Suiter showed up with, according to Fitch, a 5'2", 200-pound woman that he must have dragged off the street saying, "Coach, this is my wife." We gave him the money, said Bill Fitch. The legend of Gary Suiter.
That's pretty good.
No shoe deal, though.
Not yet.
He didn't get a shoe deal. I don't even know if he's still with us. Bulls Heat tonight. Coach Carl picks the Bulls. Do you concur, Jason Ross?
No.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
Heat culture. Heat at home. Heat culture. They'll find out. They got a lot of talented players still. They'll miss Jimmy Butler for sure. But yeah, I think they'll win.
If moving on to the playoffs, and by the way, I don't know if you guys are planning on doing this or not. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm not participating in any sort of. I'm not putting Kings Pelicans up for official predictions. You guys can.
Okay.
I'm not screwing with any of that crap.
All right. Except for 3 in the key.
3 in the key is fine, but just please don't make that one of the questions.
Yeah.
The Celtics are waiting on that Heat and Bulls winner. Does that make any difference in who you would pick in that series?
I think we could take the best of both teams, and it would probably be light work for the Celtics.
Ooh, that's a great question. If you had the bleat, the Miami bleat, the what? The holes?
The holes?
The Chicago holes? Yeah, wow. If you took the best of the Bulls and the Heat and combined them into one team, would they have it? Would they beat the Celtics? I agree. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I do not think so. All right. Knicks and Sixers. I like this. This is a fun matchup. Jason, I'm going to go Knicks here, but I am so tempted. If you told me Joel Embiid was 100%, I would actually pick Philly in this series. You and I both.
I don't think he is.
Huh?
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. We both agree on that. So I got to take the Knicks in this one.
Yes, I'm with you. I think it might actually be really competitive, but quicker work than, I don't know that it's going to go 7. I think it might be 5 in the sense that the games are close, but I think the Knicks have more to offer and Embiid's not healthy.
Bucks Pacers. That's a 3 versus 6. I'm tempted to, and screw it. I'm just going to do it. I'm taking the upset in this one. The Pacers have actually, I believe they swept the Bucks and then lost to them in the, no, wait. How'd that work? No, they were 4-1. They played them 5 times too. I was looking yesterday. I know they're 4-1 against them this year. There was a lot of dominance going on for the Pacers, and I think Doc Rivers is just terrible. So I'm taking Indiana.
Man, yeah. I think I'm going to take the Bucks, but I don't feel great about that pick. I don't know how long Giannis is going to be out. Dame, man. I'm going to lean Milwaukee, but that's probably the wrong choice.
Yeah, and then that's where we get to the next one, the 4-5.
Yeah.
Cavs Magic in the no one really cares series.
Right.
Just for funsies, Jason, I'm taking the Magic. Just because.
Okay.
I'm a big Magic guy.
Yeah, I actually would like to see them win. I don't know why. I have no ties or allegiance to them. They've been a little bit like the Kings over the years. Then they've had a decent team here and there, but no real great success since way back when with, Shaq and Penny and all that. So, yeah. Oh, I know they had another trip to the finals, I guess, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Magic as well.
All right. We'll skip the Thunder for obvious reasons. Chris, did you say we have 2 minutes or did you say we need a break?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes. Okay, good. We have enough time here. Nuggets, Lakers, Jason Ross. Your thoughts?
I like Denver there. I mean, the Lakers, I think, will really push them and make this a really good series. Last year, I mean, they got swept, but every game was good and every game was close. The only thing I don't like about Denver is their depth, Dave. Other than that, I just think they're awesome. So I'm going to take Denver.
I agree with you, but more hardcore. There will be good games here. I think Denver's going to throttle them though. I think they're going to do 4 or 5. I do.
Okay.
I really do. I think Denver is just going to mash them. Timberwolves and Suns 3 versus 6 Saturday in Minnesota 12:30 tip off.
I don't know that I really trust either team, and that's weird to say. They both got in the playoffs, but I think I'd lean Minnesota. We all know what talent Phoenix has. I just think they've got a lot of flaws. Every time I've seen them, I go, yeah, that team's beatable to me. So I'm going to take Minnesota on that one.
I'm going to take the upset. I'm going to take the upset because number one, experience. But number two, one of Minnesota's biggest assets is Rudy Gobert. But here's the thing about Phoenix. They don't need to go inside. They've got Booker, Beal, and Durant that are both very midi capable, also very capable behind the arc. That being said, if Anthony Edwards goes ballistic, it's a whole new world. But it's a tough one. I'm not picking this with any sort of confidence, but I'll take the Suns. And finally, 4 versus 5. You and I are both excited about this series starting 12:30 Sunday, Clippers and Mavs.
I'm going to take the Clippers in this one. I'm still mad at Dallas and Luka for falling on Malik Monk.
Yeah,
I'll say it. I'm partial on that one. Not really that I care for the Clippers, but I'm mad at Luka.
I'm mad at Luka too, but I'm permanently mad at James Harden. Also, Kawhi Leonard.
True.
Seems like he is fighting things. I think it'll be a fun series, but ultimately Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic. I will take the Mavericks. Don't forget, by the way, Oklahoma City, whether it's the Pelicans or Kings, Sunday, Oklahoma City, that will be a 6:30 p.m. start on TNT. We will take a break. Remember, top of the hour, Todd Graffagnini, voice of the Pelicans, will join us when we get back. Ashley, I see you, and this is an open segment for your phone calls. How are you feeling about tonight? What are your keys to the game for the Kings versus the Pelicans? Are they due? Remember, the Pelicans have lost 6 in a row at home. The Kings have lost 5 in a row to the Pelicans. And here's another one for you. If the Kings were to win, if the Kings were to win tonight, does that make it automatically a successful season for you, regardless of what happens in the first round? 1-800-920-1140. We'll take your calls next.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Whether you prefer thrills or serenity, the 2024 Accord from Elk Grove Honda delivers both. With Honda Sensing Standard, the 2024 Accord is once again a winner of the 2024 Car and Driver's 10 Best Cars, making Honda the winningest brand in car and driver award history. Drive a 2024 Accord Hybrid and see for yourself what the fuss is all about. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Thinking of remodeling your home? Say goodbye to endless internet searches and visit Subcontractors United. Find a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in each home service category. From cabinets to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy, with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187. Or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Tuck Shed, new Dawn treatment sensors, and Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Welcome to a brighter future with Aztec Solar, serving Sacramento since 1980. Everyone knows that solar saves money. How much? The answer is a few clicks away. Visit yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable, giving you instant insight into your potential savings.
I used to pay $400 a month to the power company, and that $400 a month added up to $48,000 over the past 10 years. That all changed when I switched to solar with Aztec Solar.
Now it's your turn to stop overpaying for electricity. Calculate your solar savings right now at yourpowersavings.com. And Aztec Solar will email or text you how much you'll save every month. Plus, we've got an exclusive offer for you. Get your solar electrical system for just $9,995 cash price after incentives. Don't wait. This deal won't last forever. Visit yourpowersavings.com today and take the first step towards energy independence with Aztec Solar.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hello to everybody in the chat.
Hello, chat.
Whether it's the text or the YouTube. I guess technically texts aren't chats. We appreciate you. Let me just clear something up in the chat because, the internet does get people at time to time. There's a story that was going around that somebody brought up that Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero got in a fist fight on the bus leaving the game. And someone brought that up in the chat. The reason why the first indication that it's a fake story was when Jimmy Butler was quoted, or when that Tyler Hero apparently took a swing at Jimmy Butler and Butler missed because Butler kept yelling at him 9 of 27, 9 of 27, which is what he went in the game. And then when Hero missed the punch, he yelled back 9 of 28. That's your first indication it's a fake story. Secondly, this is probably where they got it. There's a Twitter account called NBA Central that is fairly legitimate.
Yeah.
But somebody has an NBA Central, CENTAL. They left out the R, that trolls constantly. So just be aware. That is not that is not a real story.
I'm blaming that on Rami Makloff.
Why?
He was the king of grabbing those stories and just like, oh wait, I don't think it's real. He had all the insight on the pool Draymond altercation. And it's like, that's not real, man.
But Rami would fall for them.
Yes. He said, I think it was like, I'm getting a bigger pool.
I think part of it is we just want them to be real.
Exactly.
Yes.
I want him to go 9 of 28 now. 1-800-920-1140. Ashley, thank you for holding. Good morning.
Of course, and good morning. I just wanted to call in and say, I know you guys don't do the show on Saturday and Sundays, so you got about 72 hours, give or take, until after the Kings win. I'm going to be calling in and giving you a little bit more, but it's going to be a good game. And besides that, I just want to say that I think that the Kings, I get that you're scared to say that the Kings are going to win. I think the Kings are going to be able to do this because going back to last season, we were 2-1 against the Pelicans without Zion. And so with that being said, even though we got blown out this time without him, it's just hard to lose 6 times in a single season to one team, or just 6 times in a row to a single team. And so I think that this is going to be a good game, and I hope you're ready for Monday.
I am so ready for Monday, Ashley. I hope you. Now, to be fair, I'm not predicting this. I'm not touching it. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I just hope, good Lord willing, we can help the ball club and everyone. Blah blah. Jason, let me ask you something. Why is it and this isn't on Ashley? I've heard this a lot. Why do people say? Why do people say it's really hard to lose to a team 6 straight times? Like, why? Why?
What if you're just better than them?
Like, wouldn't losing to a team? I'm not saying they won't win tonight,
right?
But one of my reasons is certainly not going to be because they've lost 5 straight. Because, by the way, it's really hard to beat a team 5 straight, 4 straight, 3, whatever it may be. Like, isn't it actually more believable that you would lose 6 straight if you've lost 5 in a row already?
Yeah, I mean, look, what's the difference, Dave, of when we actually get to the playoffs, when you have the playoff series that are going on?
Yeah.
And these are the best of the 16 teams that are left. There will likely be a sweep in there. So wouldn't it be hard to beat a team 4 in a row?
Yes,
probably.
Yes.
But it does happen. So, yeah, I don't know why it would be considered that difficult. It's proven it's been a bad matchup. We can see that.
Yes.
It's just, can tonight be a better matchup for the Kings? Can they figure out a way to crack the code?
Well, I've eaten 5 straight hot dogs. Not sure if I can eat a 6th. Well, yeah, I mean, that's
not
the thing.
sure, but
I'm not the best basketball player in the world, but I'm pretty sure I could beat 2 third graders. So if I beat them
6 times,
right? 6 now you beat them by 90. And this is the thing. It's not just that the Kings have lost to the Pelicans 5 straight. Once again, I want to tell you, they lost to the Pelicans by a larger combined margin than any team has ever lost to any team in NBA history during one season. Now, obviously, you had an extra game in there, but they've lost by, I want to say, an average of somewhere around 22 points. It's not like these were all like the Kings Warriors, where pretty much every single game except the last one was tight and good and close. Now, there's differences in this game to give people optimism. Zion Williamson is out. I understand they beat us by 9,000 without him earlier, but Brandon Ingram was hurt towards the end of the year. He's only played 2-3 games since then, counting the playing against the Lakers, and he has not been right. So, yeah, Jose Alvarado sprained his ankle. We don't know how much that's going to hurt. So there are some mitigating factors to give you optimism, but one of them to me is not, we're due. Wow.
Right.
We do? All right. Yeah. We're due to talk to Steven. Good morning, Steven.
Hey,
welcome
Steven.
in.
Oh, good morning, boys. How you guys doing this morning? You guys ready for the game tonight or what?
Nope.
No? Perfect. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, the Pelicans think they can do it, but today they're more like the Pelicans.
Oh, my God.
Today's not the day.
Wow.
All right.
Burn.
Oh, dude, I even got a J-Rock call on it, dude. Thanks, Vlad. By the way, shout out to Vlad, man. Man City is the ish. All right, got to give Vlad some love. You guys have a good day, man. Enjoy New Orleans.
Thank you.
Light the freaking beam, man.
Light the freaking LTFB.
Yeah.
Light the freaking beam. Also, if Jason, you and me there, I brought actually 2 jerseys, one to wear to the game tonight, and if they win, it would be just so amazing to spend a beautiful Saturday just walking around Jackson Square in all my Kings gear, knowing that I will be surrounded by people in New Orleans that will absolutely not care at all.
Exactly.
At all. Like, they just will not care.
Was that last night?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, don't come in here wearing like an Atlanta Falcons jersey. Then they'll get their attention.
Yeah, or whoever LSU's rival is.
Right.
But it's so funny. It's like the Saints and Pelicans. Saints are everything in New Orleans. Pelicans,
Yes.
it's like jury
No, but
duty.
LSU's number 2.
Right, LSU's number 2, and then maybe the Pelicans.
And the Pelicans are here.
They probably have a thing where it's like, hey, buy a season ticket to the Saints, get 4 season tickets to the Pelicans. It's like that bad. We'll take a break. When we come back, Todd Graffagnini,
yes,
Pelicans radio voice. We're going to talk to him, and we'll ask him for some of these injury reports as well. We'll ask him about the Pelicans. And remember, we said earlier, Jason, don't try to match their physicality. That's not their game. Try to outrun them. Try to make this your style. And we'll ask Todd, if the Kings are successful in doing that, can the Pelicans maintain that energy level all night long? And the hope is that they have not yet switched to electric or contacted American Energy. American, they're Sacramento area, but it's America. For all we know. They have, I hope not. But you have the opportunity to switch to electric now with all the hotness coming up in the summertime and save big with American Energy. Listen, stay ahead of those huge energy bills coming up this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new super high efficiency comfort system. American Energy's been around since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. Good guys and gals, girls, whatever. They're providing these huge rebates from SMUD as well as the spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you immediately. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to a year-round all-electric system with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Todd Graffagnini, voice of the Pelicans, next.
It took 4 quarters of locked-in effort, intensity, and focus to knock out the Golden State Warriors.
Darn Shakes trying to create a step back, and he scores it. Boy, you talk about earning a bucket. Steve Kerr will take time out.
Now the Kings head to Louisiana to see if they can take another win-or-go-home game. Kings and Pelicans, Friday at 6:30, right here on your home for the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Seems like all this artificial intelligence stuff stirs up the age-old debate of man versus machine. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and let me ask you, would you let a robot cut your hair? Would you rely on an app to teach a kid to ride a two-wheeler? Let's face it, some things require the human touch. People come to us seeking a solution to foot, leg, and back pain after trying all kinds of things recommended by in-store machines or website blurbs. An impersonal, generic approach to solving a problem that's unique to you. No wonder they usually don't work. At the Good Feet store, you'll meet with an arch support specialist who will take the time to learn about your needs, your feet, your lifestyle, and then fit you from over 300 models and sizes of arch supports, designed for pain relief, better balance, and more comfort. See what we can do for you with a free fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one near you. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Everybody needs Good Feet. Welcome to the April Adventure Sales Event at Kia Vacaville. Are you ready for an extraordinary experience? We're excited to introduce you to the pinnacle of automotive excellence, the Kia Telluride. During April Adventure, come and explore the remarkable features of the Kia Telluride. It's not just a vehicle, it's a lifestyle with this seamless blend of sophistication and practicality. The Telluride is ready to elevate your driving experience to new heights. Whether you're embarking on a family road trip or navigating the urban jungle, the Kia Telluride offers unparalleled comfort and innovation. Plus, with Kia's commitment to safety and reliability, you can drive with confidence wherever the road takes you. Don't miss this opportunity to experience the extraordinary Kia Telluride for yourself. Visit Kia of Vacaville today and take advantage of exclusive offers during the April Adventure Sales Event. Your adventure begins here. Kia of Vacaville, where innovation meets excellence. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia of Vacaville for more details.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam Team.
Can we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sactown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, we'll welcome you back halfway through already. Kings, Pelicans tonight. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's a must-win. Also, as they say, this time it's for real. And, Jason, let me turn it over to you. You are in New Orleans live, as they say, for tonight's event. And you have a very special guest in studio with you.
That's right. Todd Graffagnini, the voice of the Pelicans, is here with us in studio. He's there. You see him, Dave? You see Todd?
I see Todd. Good morning,
Thanks for
Todd.
radio.
Thank you. Yes.
I've got two peas in a pod here, Dave, so you're going to love this. So, Todd, prefer to broadcast on a stick mic, correct?
I've called games on a stick mic now for about 12 years.
But tonight you aren't, and why?
I have switched to headset because I have not taken my stick mic on the road this year just for technical purposes. So I've worn a headset in all the road games. We've got the best road record in the NBA at 28-14. So I am taking one for the team tonight and eschewing the stick mic and going with my road headset.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pull out all the stops.
Yeah, he's very superstitious, Dave. That's 6 straight home losses. Todd's like, I'm going to do my part.
Todd, we don't know each other, and I want to say first off, with your busy day, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you joining us. This is super cool of you. Also, I'm sure the Pelicans pay you nicely. But I have 20 American dollars if you go back to the stick mic. I'll Venmo you right now, dude.
Only 20, Dave? I think we need to up the price.
50, 60, 100 American dollars. That's at least one meal for two at the gumbo shop if you switch back to the stick mic. Any chance?
I barely could just hear what he was
saying. He wants you to he's offering money for you to go to the stick mic, basically.
Oh, no. That's not happening.
No.
But I appreciate the effort.
Is there a dollar figure?
No, I made that decision 2 days ago. I was like, what can I do? What can I? Because again, it's just how crazy is it? You got to. I mean, look, whether we get in or not, or whoever gets in, these are playoff teams.
Yeah.
You know, the record indicates that look. And I don't want to get into your game with Phoenix the other night because I really wouldn't be sitting here right now if y'all could have pulled that one out. But I digress.
Yeah.
But I digress.
We don't want to get into that either.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? You don't lose 6 in a row to end the season when you're trying to get, out of the play-in or what have you. And it just for whatever reason, it's just been a struggle in this building this year. The old saying is, hey, go 500 on the road and everything will take care of itself. Well, the Pels We're 28-14 on the road this year.
Wow.
That's the best road record in the NBA, better than the Boston Celtics did away from home. And we're 500 pretty much at home at 21-20, with a lot of those losses coming late. And that's really been the tough thing about the home slate this year, is just we have not been able to finish clutch games.
So, Todd, for you, why do you think the Pelicans have dominated the Kings? I mean, not only is it 5-0, Dave and I have been talking about, I mean, I don't even know if the Kings have had a chance to win one of the 5. I think the last one they probably played their best, but it also felt like they just don't match up well. What do you see when you see these two teams play?
To me, it's pretty simple. Number one, we shoot the lights out every time we play you guys. And number two, I think Jonas Valanciunas knows exactly what Domantas Sabonis is going to do every single possession. And when your offense goes through Domas, and look, De'Aaron Fox is a great player, but the offense goes through Sabonis. And I just think Valanciunas knows how to deal with Sabonis, and it makes your offense a little more staggered. Look, you're going to make threes. That happens. But I just don't think, I go back to our game on Sunday against the Lakers. Everything was just hard offensively. The Lakers did such a good job on us denying the three. Look, they watched film. They saw what we did in Sacramento and San Francisco last Thursday and Friday when we made 42 threes in 2 games. There were no open looks on Sunday against the Lakers. And I just think that's, what the Pelicans have to do defensively against the Kings. You're going to make them, but you got to make it hard on them. And I just think defensively, we have made it hard on the Kings offensively all year long. And that has really been the key to me. That and, making a boatload of 3-point shots.
Voice of the Pelicans, Todd Graffagnini, joining us. Todd, granted, a lot of teams, especially now, they keep everything close to the vest injury-wise, so I completely forgive you if you don't have anything for us. We know that, obviously, Zion's out. I'm really more concerned about Jose Alvarado and the twisted ankle, and Brandon Ingram just hasn't looked right, didn't look right against the Lakers. Could you expand, A, if you know anything about how they're doing going into the game, and B, what you see going on with Brandon, if anything?
I was at practice yesterday, and Brandon Ingram looked very, very motivated and very, very fresh. And I think he knows now that he's the man. I mean, look, what we saw on Tuesday night was what New Orleanians have been waiting for 5 years, and that's Zion Williamson to take over a postseason game, because he's never been in one. And he was doing it. And the unfortunate thing was, on his 40th point, he had to leave. And Brandon Ingram has been in that situation before as well. 2 years ago, we didn't have Zion when we won both play-in games and wound up playing the Suns and lost to them in 6 in a really, really tough series. But Brandon Ingram was the offense for the Pelicans for the most part in that playoff series. So we have seen him do it before. I think it was just a little strange for him to take a back seat the other night, because he was not playing the way we know he is capable of. It's just taken him a couple of games to get going since the injury. And I would expect we're going to see a much different Brandon Ingram tonight than we've seen the last 2 games. As far as Jose Alvarado, it's funny because I was, again, at practice yesterday, and I was joking with our sideline reporter, Aaron Summers. I'm like, Jose's being held together by Scotch tape. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's got tape on his left thumb. He's got his ring finger and his pinky finger taped together. He rolled his ankle twice on Tuesday night against the backboard stanchion against the Lakers, and the dude never came out. And he's not on the injury report. Wow. So he's playing. Yeah. That you talk about tough as nails. That is Jose Alvarado. In many aspects, he is the heart and soul of this team. When you're like he and Najee Marshall, who we call the knife around here, those are the real energy, bring it off the bench guys. That's why the Pels have been so good all year long, because when you've had that regular set starting 5, which now of course is not there with no Zion, but then you bring a Trey Murphy off the bench, a Jose Alvarado, Najee Marshall, Larry Nance. It was a really set rotation, and you knew what you were going to get each and every night. And one of the really challenges for Willie Green, and I know it's a problem you want to have, but when everybody's healthy, he gets into, all right, well, who am I going to play? Because you've got 10, 11 guys that can legitimately play. But in the playoffs, you want to go, sorry, Jim Moore.
Hey.
You want to go, to an 8 or 9. You don't want to play 11. It's been a really strange situation like that.
So I'm assuming then with Zion being out, does Murphy just go right back in the starting line? And he's been a Kings killer too. He's hitting threes against the Kings at a high rate.
When he was starting, when Ingram was out for the last, couple of weeks, I mean, Murphy was lighting it up. It was really rare where he would not have, 4, 5, 6 threes. It's all about the volume, as you guys well know. I mean, the Kings are the ultimate volume team. You put up enough, you're going to make enough. And, Murphy was getting up shots. The real anomaly the other night was CJ McCollum. I mean, you saw him on Thursday in Sacramento. What he did against you guys, he's been doing for the last month. I mean, he has been absolutely filling it up. And for him to go 1 for 9 against the Lakers. And by the way, can I ask you guys a question? How in the hell you beat the Lakers 3 times?
4.
4.
We're 4-0. It doesn't make any sense. And 0-5 against you guys.
It's exactly, Todd, where I was going to go with the next question.
Matchups, man.
I'll let you lead into it. We talked about this. Not only are we 0-5 against the Pelicans, but the Pelicans we mentioned this all the time, have beaten the Kings by a larger margin than any team has ever beaten another team in the regular season. But we're 4-0 against the Lakers, who have had a ton of success against you. What would your explanation be? Styles make fights, basically?
I really have none. I mean, it is matchups.
Yeah.
And it's been a favorable matchup, Pelicans Kings, and it's just not been a good matchup for the Pelicans against the Lakers. And a lot of that has to do with LeBron James, who has been able to guard Zion Williamson very effectively. They build that hockey wall, as we like to call it, against Z. And he really started only doing that pull-up midi in the last couple of weeks. He started to add that. He was trying to force the issue again and again against the Lakers, and it just wasn't working. And, of course, we're not going to get into the free throw situation.
Oh, God. We did earlier.
Night. I've vented enough on that against our fellow Laker team. But your guess is as good as mine, fellas. I mean, it's inexplicable. And I joke with Scott Marsh, who every time we come to Sacramento, I go on with him before the game. And I think the one moment that I will never forget from this season, regardless of what happens tonight, because look, guys, it's been a great year for us. I mean, we won 49 games, and I've had a blast watching this team. And the one moment that I will never forget is that January game in Sacramento when I looked at the scoreboard and I had to literally do a triple take. I was, it's 112-62.
Yep.
And I went on and I'm wondering aloud, I go, are we up by 50? And Scott Marsh writes yes on a card and holds it up in front of my face.
Yeah.
I literally could not believe.
Without Zion.
Yeah. And here was the other thing that I didn't say. And I waited until basically, the white flag had been raised because I did not even want to utter this. I'm looking at my stat monitor and does De'Aaron Fox have 3 points in this game? I didn't even want to speak that I could not believe. That was the most unreal Sunday afternoon I have experienced as an NBA announcer.
Those different feelings for us, huh, Dave?
I feel like I'm just reliving a colonoscopy listening to this. Todd, look, we want to be on time. We know you've got stuff to do. You were at game day. You were nice enough to join Jason in studio out there. I would say good luck, but I don't want to lie to you. That's a bad way to start out a friendship. But
I respect it. I'd say the same thing to you.
All right. Well, you have a great call tonight. Either way, hopefully it's a great game, and obviously. Yeah, I don't have anything clever to say. I'm way too nervous. Todd, thank you so much for joining
Appreciate
us.
it.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, that is Todd Graffagnini, New Orleans Pelicans radio voice. We will take a break. When we come back, we've got practice sound. It's just a 1-minute break. Don't go away. We're right back after this.
The New Orleans Pelicans have absolutely owned the Sacramento Kings this season. Sacramento seeking its first win against New Orleans and needs it or their season comes to an end. A loss and it's over. A win and they are the 8th seed and headed to OKC.
The rebound grabbed by Sabonis, hammers it back off the bounce. Another offensive rebound and another 2 points. The Kings have their biggest lead of the ball game.
Get all the exciting play-by-play action starting at 6:30 Friday night on Sactown Sports.
Ooma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sactown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com. Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
I haven't listened to this audio yet, but I'll tell you right now, for reasons you'll soon understand, if there's inappropriateness in it, it'll be the biggest shock ever. This is Raider Matt Daniels. Looks like he's talking to a fellow Kings fan about tonight.
Go Fox.
Go Fox.
Go Murray.
Go Murray.
Go Malik Monk.
Go Murray.
Go Sabonis.
Go Murray.
Go Len.
Go Len.
Go Lyles.
Go Lyles.
Go. Who else?
Come on.
Me.
Go Barnes.
Go Barnes.
We talked earlier, Jason, about what it means.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid, got to be honest. Look, we're fair on the show. We always try to be honest and fair, not put the purple glasses on. Not great pronunciation from the kid.
Got to work on it.
You got to work on that. His name's Otto. That's Matt's son.
Otto's obviously old enough to talk. We got to work on this.
Yeah, we got to work on this. Okay, because it's playing day. You have to bring it. Okay,
no messing around.
Let's go, Otto.
Yeah, get it together.
You. By the way, when he first started out,
I heard it. I'm like, what?
Chris and I both locked eyes very quickly, which actually would have been the funniest thing to happen all day long. Yes. But that's what it means. That's a lot of how many little kids are out there, whether it's little Otto or my kids, your kid, whoever. Yeah. Like it just means so much more than the final score and winning. It's so great for the community, and how dare anyone rob us of that? New Orleans has other things.
Yes, they'll be just fine.
They'll be fine. We don't have other things.
We can't have nice things.
Yeah, I mean, we have the Republic, we have the River Cats. Don't get me wrong, but they're in the middle of their season right now.
Right.
Let's go. All right, the Kings had a practice yesterday, Jason.
Yeah, before they flew out here.
Yes, I was there to get audio.
Oh, nice.
And
exclusive?
I don't. Yeah, honestly, they didn't let anybody else in.
It was just you.
I paid off the doorman, and they were a little surprised, like, what is Dave doing here? But hey, you know what? We're their proud partner. So I asked all these questions,
okay,
including De'Aaron Fox on Keegan's dunks and aggressiveness in the last game.
Keegan said that he's pretty easily winning the dunk contest.
I was doing my Brendan impersonation.
Gosh,
by the
you
way.
sound just like him.
So it was funny because like
My fault, Dave. I should have labeled that for you.
You should run that by him when he comes in studio, Dave.
What do you think of my impersonation of you, Brendan? It was amazing because I wanted to seem like it was everyone out there. So
yeah, you did a good job of that.
Here's me as Brendan Nunes. That just robbed me of that whole bit. Talking to De'Aaron Fox about dunking.
Keegan said that he's pretty easily winning the dunk contest, and you don't have any posters this year?
You say what?
He said that
I hurt my ankle at like the third game of the season, so he can have it. He can have it. I haven't dunked a lot this year, but it is what it is.
For him, how much do you want to see him carry over some of that aggression from last game?
I mean, we want him to play the exact same way. Obviously, you're not going to make 8 threes every game, but we want him to go out there and continue to be aggressive. That helps us in all aspects. And obviously, even if you're not making shots, like for us, we have to win the possession game. So with that being offensive rebounds, he's taking a guy away from the basket. Him being aggressive, making or missing shots continues to help us.
I agree.
Yeah,
not really a lot to build off of there. Just stay aggressive. The most interesting thing I heard of the whole thing is it'd be really interesting after the season to get Fox's full post-mortem on the year, because I can't help but think, well, hold on, you hurt your ankle in the third game, and there was that kind of month stretch where he looked like he was really hurting. That was the whole like no one's talking to the media, what's going on, all that garbage, silly stuff, and it makes me wonder, like, well, what if he didn't hurt his ankle? Like, is he going to be like, he's had a really good season?
He has. He really has, and we all felt like at one point, remember very early on, Dave, we're like, he's not the MVP, but he's in the MVP conversation early, and then Sabonis really started to take off. But he was there the other night though, and I think Fox is going, again, kind of a non-negotiable. He has to be great tonight. He has to be.
The YouTube chat is going strong. Thanks to everybody in there. We appreciate you. Chuckles916. That's the username. Brings up a great point. No way that was Brendan. He would have had to have been on time.
Wow.
I know. Hey,
good active listening.
It's game day.
Yeah.
Turkey sausage. Here's Mike Brown on high pressure games.
It's definitely helped playing in games of big magnitudes like we had prior to it. Our mindset has already been at a certain level, and so now to kind of bring everything together and see it versus a good team was gratifying, and it just helps add to the belief of what is already there.
Okay. So we talked earlier, Jason, about physicality. I had not heard any of these, so this is interesting because when we talked about it, in fact, it was 3 for Madness, I believe the question was, do the Kings need to try to match their physicality? You and I both said pretty much no. Don't wilt to it, but play your game. Don't adjust to the Pelicans. Here's Mike Brown on the physicality.
We want to play as physical as we can for as close to 48 minutes as we can, and that's our identity. First and foremost, we want to play fast. We feel like we have the fastest player in the game of basketball in Fox. It's whether it's a make or miss, we want to be fast. And then even in the half court, we want to play with some pace because we're not going to throw the ball to this guy and say, hey, go get a bucket. Every once in a while, maybe Fox, but we don't have a lot of guys like that. And that's just not how we play. So even in the half court, we want to play extremely fast. And the next thing is we want to be physical, and physical on both ends. We want to set good screens to get your teammates open, but more importantly, we want people to feel us defensively from the start to finish in a way that we're not sending them to the free throw line. And then, I said this before too, our group is really connected, and they have to keep playing for each other. And if you do that, the belief in the group when they play for each other can go out the roof. And so I liked all 3 of those instances that are part of our identity in our last game versus Golden State.
Okay. So at first, Jason, I was like, oh, wow, he kind of countermanded everything we just said. But then when you hear the whole answer in context, maybe I'm taking it differently, but I kind of feel like we're on the same page in the sense that he said, well, we want to be physical, but then said, our game is being fast. We want to be fast. We want to get out there and play our style, but we also want to augment that by being physical, especially on defense and setting screens.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that at all.
Yeah, and the way the game was officiated the other day, and I assume it'll be similar to this. I mean, look, the officials have lightened the way they're calling this, right? You can be way more physical. It's not as easily as predictable as it's been, I would say. I know there was a sequence that we referenced the other day in that Warrior game, Dave, where literally on one end, right down by you, where you were sitting, Klay Thompson basically got tackled. No whistle. Go the other end, De'Aaron, same thing. And then they come the other way, and then De'Aaron has a bump foul out on the perimeter on Steph Curry, and you're thinking, wait, we had like 2 violent hits on each end and no whistle. So you've got to be able to play the way they're officiating, be as aggressive as they're allowing you to be. And then I think coach is right, though. You can't let this game get away from you at the foul line. You got to be close in the number of attempts and makes. And so a lot of little things, a lot of little nuance inside this game tonight for this matchup.
Keegan Murray spoke as well. Let me see here. A number of clips. Oh, here's something interesting. Keegan Murray. Remember the guy who had the tattoo that said no regrets?
Yes.
He wants to play with no regrets.
I mean, not really, to be honest. I mean, I feel like you go out there and it's a basketball at the end of the day. So you want to go out there and just give it your all. At the end of the day, my goal is just to leave the game with no regrets. And I just want to go into the off season, whenever that is, with no regrets of how that game ended.
Okay. He also spoke about playing New Orleans without Zion Williamson.
I mean, we played them without Zion before, and I think they still handed it to us. But honestly, it's a different team without him. Different look. They're going to shoot a lot more shots, a lot more mid-range shots, things like that. So we just have to focus on that.
A couple of notes here. I just got an email, some interesting notes from the Pelicans side. Did you know that the local, like we don't really have one, I don't think. We'll call the Golden One Center G1C. I've always liked the idea of calling it the bank, but that hasn't caught on. You know what they call Smoothie King Center locally there?
Yes. Wait a minute. Oh man, the blender?
The blender is correct.
Yeah.
Let's get the blender going.
Yeah.
Leanna Crawford, I don't believe related to Joey, will be doing the national anthem.
Okay.
The halftime entertainment will be the Rebirth Brass Band. I can tell you right now, having never heard that in my life, that's going to be awesome. And as we exclusively reported yesterday, confirmed now, the Pelicans will be wearing the Statement Edition red, and the Kings will be wearing their whites.
Okay.
I hope their statement is booking tickets to Cancun. That's what I hope. I hope the Statement Edition is, we are booking plane tickets to Cancun.
For other teams.
Yes, not for us.
I was like, wait a minute.
They're like our travel agent. Yeah, no thank you. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to more practice audio here, as a lot of it's just coming in, and kind of go back through, Jason, as much as it hurts. But they say, in order to change the future, you must first learn the past.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the saying. So we'll go through, as much as it might hurt, something like that. I will tell you as we break, one of the, you've got Valanciunas down low, who is playing tonight, and our guy mentioned that earlier, but with Zion out, that's a lot of missing girth for the New Orleans Pelicans. And there might be people that identify with the idea of missing girth. Hi, how are you doing? Maybe that's not, I keep focusing a lot on, somebody out there that's insecure and, you want to change things in the bedroom and all that when I talk about my friends at UpsizeMatters.com. Let me back up. You might also have no issues, but maybe you're just that person that wants the old tuna can. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just want to, it's like somebody making the all-star team and you want to be the MVP. You don't have to be missing anything or be low on anything. Maybe you've been blessed. That a kid. Well, bless yourself more with Dr. Jack Friedlander and his friend Dr. Pash out in San Francisco. Roseville in San Francisco is where the UpsizeMatters.com clinics are. Non-surgical, virtually pain-free, immediate results. You can walk in one way and walk out the other. Even get your free consultation and the procedure done on the same day. It's safe. It's effective. It's long-lasting. It's semi-permanent. Done by real learned doctors. Dr. Jack, Dr. Pash, a couple of great guys know what they're doing, and they can help you. Again, whether you're somebody that's trying to get up there to where you want to be or somebody who's already there and you just want to announce your presence with a little more authority. You know what I'm saying? Go to upsizematters.com. That's upsizematters.com. Upsize Matters. Get your girth on. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll practice audio. I get paid to do this. Next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sactown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and after a few clouds this morning, expect plenty of sunshine this afternoon with temperatures warming into the mid to low 80s and winds staying light from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
The PGA Club fitters at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio know that golf should be fun. They also know that players of all abilities will hit the ball farther and straighter, play better golf, shoot lower scores, and have more fun if they get fitted before they purchase golf clubs. Hagen Oaks delivers the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA professionals. See how the game can be even more fun. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Tub Shed, New Dawn Treatment Centers, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. And 6-1, visit staples.com/print for details.
What's the room again?
1240 down at the end.
Ooh, what's that?
Sammy, don't touch that. That's someone's old food.
Here we are. Do you have the key?
You have both of ours.
Oh, right. Not working.
Rub it.
Come on.
Try flipping it over.
Seriously. Why can't we go inside? I'm tired.
Give me yours.
You have mine.
All right.
What?
Please, if you
Dad,
could just...
why aren't you opening the door?
Can everyone just shut the...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
Maida Chevy saves you $10,000 off MSRP on every new 2024 half-ton Silverado, LT, RST, and LTZ in stock after rebate. Over 50 to choose from.
Exclusive. All in-stock pricing at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See deal for details. Ends 4/30/24.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how an injury can turn anyone's life upside down. Whether it's a slip and fall, a car accident, or any other kind of injury. For almost 50 years, the Arnold Law Firm has been here to help you through the entire process to protect you and your family. If you are ever injured or in an accident, call the Arnold Law Firm. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777. That's 916-777-7777.
They bleed black and purple.
Not the bean, baby.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
Who picked the green paint in Dave's living room? What? I don't have green paint in my living room. I don't have green paint anywhere in my house there.
Carmichael Karen,
which it makes me wonder, is there actually a Karen in our chat that lives in Carmichael, or is that a shot at me because, no one wants to be a Karen? Honestly, I don't know.
Why can't it be both?
It could be.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's the latter.
Okay.
Jess is checked in. Girthtown Sports. I don't think we'll be doing that logo.
Huh.
The Pelicans have defeated the Kings. Actually, I thought it was over 100. The Pelicans have beaten the Kings by 96 points combined this year. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm distracted here. From the 916, Dave shouldn't be allowed at any games in the future. The way he be talking, Drapes is my guy now. Does that mean the way I've talked about Kyle? I've never said a bad word about Kyle Draper. Or does that mean, is that because I was saddened in my feelings about the Phoenix game? And then I got it. Okay. Is that how you take that? Am I taking that right? Like I shouldn't be allowed at any games because I said I wanted the season to be over?
Oh, I got you. Probably.
Yeah,
that's you getting dragged.
But then you totally redeemed yourself with the last game.
Thank you. I won. It's my third game of the year. 3-0. What do you want from me? Trying to take that streak to New Orleans. One thing we didn't have a chance to ask our guy Todd, the voice of the Pelicans. I did want to ask him if he had his druthers, like legitimately, if he could pick, would he rather tonight's game be a Golden One Center?
Oh, you know what? I mean, based on the way he said it,
yeah,
I'm going to say yes.
I think he would have said yes too. I really do.
Also, for a guy, Todd, just call him headsets.
Instead of stick, huh?
No, when he was explaining.
Oh yeah,
we gave each other a look when we talked about that.
About headsets?
Yeah, specifically the Rode headsets.
Oh, I got you. Do I have you? I think I got you now.
Yeah, you got me.
You're right. Just call them headsets. All right. 96 points combined. In the history of the play-in, the long vaunted history of the play-in
since 2021,
no 7 seed has missed the playoffs.
That could be them.
That's it. So they've lost 6 in a row at home. They've beaten the Kings 5 straight this year. No 7 seed has missed. There's a lot of things that are could be stopped. Brandon Ingram is averaging just under 25 points per game against the Kings, and Jonas Valanciunas, as again the voice of the Pelicans said, has a double-double every game against the Kings this year. And that's the thing. If Jonas Valanciunas and Domantas Sabonis basically cancel each other out, I don't like the Kings' chances whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. No, that's got to be something that's won by Sabonis. Valanciunas can have a nice game, but we have to finish the night saying Sabonis was the better center. That has to happen today.
And I think that De'Aaron Fox and Keegan Murray could probably help a little bit with that.
Sure.
Would be interesting if they target Valanciunas and try to get him into foul trouble, because that's a big issue. If you're missing Zion and Valanciunas down low, that's knocking out a whole leg.
Yeah, and I told you that they still have the box score up here from the Laker game the other day, and to see that Valanciunas played 20 minutes, went 1 of 7, got his 10 rebounds, but 4 points. They played Larry Nance Jr. far more, and I think if you got them into that mode, that's better for the Kings, I would believe, than if it's a 30-plus minute game. Valanciunas is out of foul trouble, and he's bothering Sabonis all night.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta find a way. Fox and Sabonis are going to have to, now if Fox and CJ McCollum cancel each other out, I'll probably take that.
Yeah.
I'd probably take that. And then it's really up to Domas and Keegan and Keon Ellis, man. Can he put together a game like he did? If you can put a game together against Steph Curry and the Warriors, you got to be able to do something like that or close to that against CJ McCollum. It's got to be in him.
Yeah, and the one of of our notes here, the one that surprised me a little bit, Dave, is Keegan. Only 11 points per game in he missed one of the games, but in 4 matchups. I mean, Keegan's got to be, I don't know, he's going to get 32 like he did against the Warriors, but he's got to be in that high teen, low 20 number for the Kings, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Keegan Murray, only 11.5 points per game versus the Pelicans in 4 games this year. Now, the last time there was a 6-0 sweep by a team in the NBA was Denver going 6-0 over Minnesota. I believe that was because of the imbalanced schedule, right?
Yeah, and they also, didn't have, all the teams they do now. And so, yeah, people had some imbalanced schedule. So 6-0 then, this could be 6-0 technically. It's non-playoffs, even though, tonight feels like a playoff. I mean, it basically
is.
Yeah, it's play in to get to the playoffs, but it is playoffs.
Technically, it's a postseason game, not a playoff game. Every statistic you see tonight, it's always fun to point out. If De'Aaron Fox scored 100 points tonight, it wouldn't count.
Right. I guess Steve Kerr, and G-Man referenced this in the broadcast the other night, Steve Kerr kind of joked because the only other time they were in the play-in was the year they lost both. And he goes, yeah, but who knows? Because he didn't get 2 losses. The stats are gone.
Right.
It's almost like the games, they happened, but it's like they didn't happen.
They happened, but they don't exist.
Right.
But as far as it being, it's a postseason game.
Yep.
Technically not a playoff game, but it has all the intensity of, I won't say it has all the intensity of a game 7, only in the sense that a game 7 means that 2 teams have gone back and forth for 6 straight in a row, and but it is win or go home. It is the ultimate must win. It is a winner take all. So this will be incredibly intense. And what adds to that, Jason, again, alluding back to our last guest, what adds to that is the fact that you're talking about notoriously one of the poorer home atmospheres in all of the NBA. So it will be interesting to see if Pelicans fans really step up there. I will tell you that right now. I'm going to be looking for Kings fans, and what I hope is we can get a simple Keegan Murray call and response going, and maybe take over Smoothie King Arena if things go right.
That would be awesome if that happened. And I get once game time starts, everybody's in the building. I mean, they'll get after it, but it isn't the same as some of the other places. And but they know what's on the line. I mean, obviously they want to go to OKC. They want to win here, take their chances. I didn't get a chance to ask Todd that either. I mean, I wonder how they've done against the Thunder, because I think both teams feel like if they get through today, they might be able to do some damage even as an 8 seed against the 1 seed Thunder. But you obviously got to get through tonight first.
Just as we go to break, want to let you know upper level row 9, you can get in for $16.
Wow.
You get in for $16 tonight, Jason. How about that? Lower level $53. Lower level, here we go. Section 16. Lower level 119, $47. And if you want to sit near mid court ish, if you will, you're in the $60 range.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing when you think about the fact that there's just no chance of that happening at Golden One. So
not at all.
We will take another break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? We'll go streaking. We're going to do a 3 in the key. And Jason, if it's okay with you, I know this isn't on your sheet, and I did that kind of as a surprise with you being in New Orleans, but New Orleans is known, if for nothing else, for it's where you party. It's where you celebrate. It's where you have fun. And so what I wanted to do between now and the next segment is I wanted to celebrate with you and with Chris and with everybody listening for a very, very good reason ahead of tonight's game, because it is Ram Truck Month at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. What better reason to celebrate and be very excited for 75 years in business for Hoblet. Well done, Hoblet. 75 years in business. All started with Chad Hoblet's grandpa and great-grandpa's dream, and it's grown over the years to where they've had the chance to serve tens of thousands of youths, and show all of you, really, that there's something special, and there is, about Hoblet you can't get at those big city auto mall dealerships. Right now, they've got deals. The hard-to-find HD Ram you've been looking for less. Well, you can save up to $8,000 off MSRP on the new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman Crew Cabs, and they've got California's biggest selection of Ram trucks. You're sure to find the truck you need. Come experience the difference at California's #1 Ram truck dealer. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, Unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a break. Who's hot, who's not, more coming up next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
With a variety of weekly promotions, there's something for everyone to enjoy at a Sacramento River Cats game. Don't miss a Toyota Family Value Tuesday featuring $2 hot dogs and $2 ice cream, or Thirsty Thursday featuring ice cold beer. Join us on Smut Orange Fridays for happy hour and live music. And don't forget to stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with post-game fireworks. Find all promotional details at rivercats.com and make your plans to head out to Sutter Health Park this season.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized with help from Beacon. I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my CertainTeed shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota. Explore more this season in California with Toyota's legendary reliability. Shop a wide selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, including more hybrids and plug-in hybrids than any other brand. Right now, get low 3.99% APR financing on the spacious Highlander, or check out great lease deals on the stylish Camry, sporty Corolla, and dynamic RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available on 2024 models through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit, excludes hybrids and 43024.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less. And neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187 or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Hey, UC Davis fans, Aggie football season tickets are available now. Whether you're coming out to see the dynamic, fast-paced offense under new head coach Tim Plow and All-American running back Land Larison, or bringing the kids out to roll down the grass hills and run on the field at halftime's more your speed, UC Davis Football Games has something for everyone. Secure your 6 Saturday games now with a season ticket package by calling the ticket office at 530-752-2471 or go online at ucdavisaggies.com/tickets. Go Ags!
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Dude, that guy behind you looks exactly like Henry Turner.
He does look like Henry Turner. I found a Henry Turner lookalike.
There are no lookalike. There is one and one only high flyer as far as I know. But his mic isn't on. At least I see it.
It is.
There it is. Is it on?
I see you, Dave. What's going on, my brother?
My guy, Henry Turner. I've known him growing on, 25 years. Never had a crossword with you, Henry. Not once.
No. Never.
And I heard.
Why, you want to start something, Dave?
Not unless he's picking the Pelicans tonight.
He wants to start something with them thousands of miles away.
Yeah, exactly. Smartest thing to do.
All right.
He will be here tonight, right?
He'll be there.
I'm saying he can come get some now.
The only sum I'm going to get from you, Henry, is a nice big hug. That's that would be that'd be a round 1 KO in your favor.
You know what,
pal.
Dave? You're gonna get what you get every time when I see you, brother. Nothing but love, always.
And Henry's one of those guys, and I mean this in the nicest of way. This is not a backhanded compliment. when Henry pulls you in for a hug, you 100% know you are being hugged. Like there's no daintiness to the hug. He is like, he's like, I love you, and I'm going to let you know, pal. Who is hot, Chris, other than Henry Turner?
Logan Webb.
Oh,
yeah.
Since 1990, there have been only 3 pitchers to start a game allowing 2 hits to the first 2 batters faced and finish a game with 7 or more innings pitched, only allowing 2 hits.
Wow.
Those pitchers are Roy Halladay, Shohei Ohtani, and now Logan Webb after their 5-0 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks.
That's really good company to be in. Really good company.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Who's not?
Jackson Halladay.
Yeah.
Halladay is currently batting .040 with only 1 hit and 25 at-bats, but he does have 4 runs and 1 RBI in his first 7 games in the big leagues.
Yeah, you might need a little more seasoning, Jason.
Yeah, a little more.
Yeah. What we want to do here now, as we got a guest, a surprise guest, but we've also got streaking and 3 in the key. Do we want to go 3 in the key first and get us all involved? How do we want to do this?
We can either do that or do that with however you want to do it, Dave. We're fluid. We're mobile.
You know what? I don't want to take any time away. If we've got Henry Turner, a guy who's actually played in the NBA, guy, unlike you and my fat ass is somebody who's actually been down there and done the things and knows what he's talking about. I mean, not that you don't, Jason, but
yeah, I know.
We'll move streaking in the Kings, 3 in the key to the next segment. Henry, I'm very, very nervous about tonight. Where are you at?
Ooh, you know what? I might be like about 10 steps ahead of you.
How would you get nervous before NBA games?
Well, you know what? When I first came into the league, yes, I would get jitters big time. But Dave, once you come out the tunnel and you get into layup line and you work up a lather, man, and then when your number is called, it's business as usual.
Yeah, but how about a team? If you ever in your day, Henry, played a team like this, and meaning that just has owned the Kings, like that owned you guys, that you're like, yeah, we're gonna keep trying, we're gonna do our thing, but like you just for whatever reason the matchup has been bad.
You know what, Jason? You do have to dig extra because, like I said, this game tonight is not like you just walking into any arena and said, okay, throw it up, let's go. No, believe me, it's in your head that these guys have worked us every time we stepped on the floor. I don't care if it's without BI, without Zion, no matter who's on the floor, they've given it to us. So you definitely have to try to find something different, something extra that you can bring to the game, man, just so you can come out of here with a W.
Is it something as a player? Is there ever an inkling as to how you're going to perform before it even starts? And let me give you an example. I'm going to take you back not that long ago to January of 1992. It was a game against Barcelona, and you scored 52 points in that game on 18 of 23, 3 of 6 from behind the arc. That's 72.5%, by the way. And you were also you made all your free throws. Did you?
Yeah, but he missed 5 shots.
I know, which we'll get to. Did you know before that game when you were in the tunnel, was there anything different about that game that you remember before you stepped on the floor?
Oh, for sure. Barcelona was number 1. Barcelona was number 1, and they were like, if you can put it into perspective, they were like the Lakers of the Spanish league back then. They couldn't do no wrong. They had all the best Spaniards on their team. They had supposedly all the best Americans on their team. And, and I'm a type of guy to where I take that personal.
Sure.
I mean, once I hit the floor, you got to show me.
Yeah.
Did you feel any different before the game?
Before the game, no, I didn't eat before the game. I was hungry, Dave.
Yeah.
I was hungry. I came in with a different mindset. When I hit my first 3 shots, because you had that feeling when that first one go, like, okay, there I am. You hit that second one, you're like, oh, I'm feeling good. When you step back and you let that third one go and it drop, you're like, oh, it's on now.
Yeah.
It's on.
And that's why I feel like tonight, Henry, look, the Kings and anybody, we've said this all year long, 20-point leads, they evaporate. It changes. I think it's important tonight for the Kings to be in it early because they have been owned by the Pelicans. Like if this gets out of hand early, sure, they could come back, but then it's like, man, are we just going down the same road again?
And you know what, Jason, and you're totally right, because like Dave brought up that game. I'm going to tell you what, by like the first 5 minutes I was playing, they were looking at me like, and their coach like, we can't do nothing with this dude. What are we going to do? And I was like, yeah, I got you now. Because they were throwing, just like Steve Kerr, they were throwing everything at me. This guy would guard me. That guy would guard me. They would double team. Made no difference because I'm rolling now.
Yep.
Now,
once you let a ball player start going downhill, it's over with.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking right now. Luis Barroso had 7. Ian Rementeria had 4. Why was nobody picking you up, or they just get out of the way?
You know what? I had a very nice Spanish point guard. His name was Carlos. And he just told me, he said, I'm giving you the ball every time, shoot. I'm giving you the ball every time down, shoot. Whether we were in fast break, whether it was in the secondary, every time I got the ball, it was shoot.
Hey, that's what Jason says to me.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot it the right way.
And Dave, it was so funny. Like, you say when guys get on a heater, that week I had 52, 49, and 55.
Nice.
Okay. Wow. So I got to ask you, did you please tell me you also didn't eat before the next game?
The thing was, Dave, that the All-Star game was that weekend. And everybody hadn't been put on the All-Star game yet. And I hadn't made the ballot. I was on for the slam dunk, but I hadn't made the All-Star team. So I had 3 games until the All-Star break. And when you give them 52, 49, and 55, oh, yeah.
Get noticed that way.
Oh, yeah.
Henry, so when you look at tonight, then what do you see as like, all right, again, how can we know Zion's out, but look, the last time Zion didn't play against the Kings, they won by 33. They led by 50 in Golden 1. So how do the Kings find a way today?
It's live or die.
Yeah.
It's live or die tonight. And, we've been in this situation to where you say, okay, well, the Kings should be fired up and, they have all the motivation. Well, the rubber hits the road right here. If you don't win tonight, you're going home.
Yeah.
But if you do win tonight, you remember all those games we went back and looked at, the Houstons, of course, the New Orleans games,
Detroit, Charlotte. Yeah.
All those games that we go back and look at and say, ugh, if they win tonight, all of that will be erased.
Yeah.
So we were saying earlier, because somebody called in nice enough and said, you can't, it's tough to beat a team 6 times in a row. And I was questioning that, like, well, it's also tough to beat them 5 times in a row, 4 times in a row. I don't believe in that. Like, I feel like if you beat a team 5 times in a row, it's probably easier to beat them 6 times in a row because of the confidence. So for you, what do the Kings have to do differently tonight to erase that 0-5?
Well, I will say this. When you're a team that has owned a squad for 4 or 5 games, that might be to their detriment. And I'm talking about New Orleans, because they're looking at it seem like, man, we blew these guys out and we was undermanned. We got them there, we got them here. It didn't make no difference. So they might come in overconfident. I'm telling you, it's a lot to be said for a basketball team that has their backs up against the wall. You will come out with a Herculean effort when you have nothing else to lose. So, the Pelicans are feeling pretty good. Okay, the Lakers smacked us. We did that. But now it's time for us to do our smacking. And guess what? Here come the little lunch boy that we take his lunch money every time he walk in, to the cafeteria. We're going to take his money. Well, guess what? That little boy just said to his mama, okay, mama, I'm tired of this. Yeah. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more. So you're going to have a fight on your hands.
Henry also had 8 steals in March for an Italian game. And it was a road loss, but not because of Henry Turner, by the way. You did everything you possibly could in that game. You were one of my first autographs, High Flyer. So I love going through yesteryear a little bit, and hopefully they could use you tonight, buddy. We'll see you out there. Good luck. Thank you for joining us, and let's light that beam from New Orleans, huh?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. You coming though, right now?
I am. I'll be there sometime late afternoon. We'll go straight to the game. So try to check in, and when you don't have the headsets on, say hello.
All right, you got a hug coming.
Okay, that's worth the trip alone.
Ready.
Thank you. We'll take a break. When we come back, more of Jason Ross live in New Orleans. We will also get to our studio guest, Brendan Nunes, King Senior Insider, joining us on the program, and we've still got 3 in the key. along with Let's Go Streak, and we'll involve Brendan with those as well. Don't forget celebrity birthdays, Friday fun and games coming up. I'll leave a little bit early so I can catch my flight, but Brendan and Jason and eventually Styles and Watkins will all be here to take us all the way till 9 a.m. right here on your home, or 10 a.m. right here in your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Styles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
ZZ Top, the Elevation Tour. Friday, May 3rd, 7:30 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley with special guest, Foghat. ZZ Top, playing all their classic hits. The venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Tub Shed, New Dawn Treatment Centers, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
So here's a fact. 85% of the population will suffer from foot pain in their lifetime. That's almost everyone. So you'd think there'd be plenty of healthy long-term remedies, but there just aren't. Right? Hi, I'm Dan from the Good Feet store. You know, people come in all the time sharing the same frustrating story. Bought this, tried that, been there, done whatever, all different kinds of things, but all with a similar result. Nothing. A discouraging and endless cycle of disappointment. If this rings a bell, don't despair. There is hope. If you think you've tried everything, you probably haven't tried Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store. They're designed to relieve, even eliminate, the pain commonly caused by certain foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, bunions, flat feet, and others. Plus, provide better balance and increased comfort. See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one in your neck of the woods. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Everybody needs Good Feet.
2 young fathers are shot to death outside an iconic Utah restaurant.
I said, your dad has been hurt really bad.
The grief was disorienting for those left behind until one choice changed everything.
I just remember writing this letter, and it wasn't me writing it.
Can a personal decision shape generations?
We're all falling for this guy's trick.
I'm Amy Donaldson. Season 2 of The Letter, Ripple Effect, is available now. Follow us at theletterpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They're in Midtown in the Cal Sutter Medical Building and also offer telemedicine appointments. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTK AM Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yep. Yep. Welcome back, Jason Ross. Live. We're coming to you live from New Orleans, where the Pelicans and Kings are in action tonight, 6:30, right here on Sactown Sports, your home of the Kings. Joining us in studio.
There he is.
Senior insider for your Sacramento Kings for Sactown Sports, Brendan Nunez, with the very nice Giants hat on today. Good morning, Brendan.
What's going on? Yeah, I'm trying to keep up a little bit. Good Logan Webb game yesterday. Yes. I'm keeping up this year.
You said during the break we were talking a little bit. You said you were excited for tonight.
I am. Playing games just are exciting to me. Single elimination basketball, very March Madness feel. Anything can happen. Now, that could worry some people, but I guess I get a sense of excitement from that one. And I'm anticipating a close game.
Yeah, nerve-wracking.
Yeah, that's another way to say it.
The giraffe, who's the only guy in here more negative than me in here by me, he writes for the bloggy pants over there. Yeah. But he'll have a nugget every once in a while, not Denver. He says the Kings have a critical battle ahead of them tonight. C.J. McCollum versus Keon Ellis. And we've been talking about that today. In 35 possessions this season, McCollum has scored 14 points on 5 of 9, 4 of 7 from behind the arc, with no turnovers when guarded by Ellis. Obviously, Keon's going to need to be a little bit more effective. And Brendan, I think he can be.
Yeah, I think he was a big part of that game against Golden State. They started with Keegan Murray on Steph Curry in the first half, ended up going to Keon in that second half, and he did a great job. I believe it's 3 steals, 3 blocks in that game. It's him doing what he was already showing that he could in the regular season. Yeah. And seeing that show up in these big moments, his first postseason game, even if this doesn't technically exist or whatever,
right,
is a welcome sight. And CJ, especially with no Zion, has been a big part of New Orleans. B.I. Ingram, a little bit more of a question mark coming off of that injury and how last game went for him. But CJ's killed the Kings in his 3 games. I believe it's around 27 points, 60% from the field, 70% from the 3. He hardly gets to the rim or free throw line, but definitely containing him is going to be a big part of tonight.
Yeah, and Brendan, I know the last time they played, look, he still made the shots. He deserves 100% credit for that, and some of those stats were against Keon. I actually thought they defended. After that early, there was like that 18-0 run that got out of hand. But then from that point on, I thought the Kings defended pretty well, but the Pelicans were making really tough contested threes. I'm sure they got metrics on how that went, but I don't know if there'll be some of the defensive recipe from that game, even though they ended up losing, because I think there were some elements that they would like to take with them to tonight.
I think that very last game that they played, which is only 8 days ago now, feels like a very long time since those teams matched up. But I think that game was definitely the best showing that Sacramento had. It felt similar in that second half where New Orleans is just hitting shot after shot, timely buckets to maintain the Kings' potential runs to bring it back, similarly to kind of how the Kings did against Golden State in that last play-in game that we just saw. So I think they did hit some tough shots in that one, and that's probably the more encouraging performance. But slowing down New Orleans, I think, is going to be a big part of this because the Kings have scored okay, triple digits, all but one of the 4 matchups, except for that crazy blowout, obviously. And so I think it's just, can you slow these guys down?
Sactown Sports Kings insider Brendan Nunez with us. Straight up, in your opinion, if the Kings play the same game they played against the Warriors, do they win?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so, but it's
going to take that kind of game.
It's going to be harder though, because I think the physicality was a huge part of that Warriors game, and you were just a more physical team. Like Steve Kerr straight up said that they just bullied us. They beat us up from the jump, and this is a way bigger team, a more physical team, even without Zion, who really plays that bully ball style. So I think it's going to be more difficult to play that same way that they did in Golden State. But if they can replicate it, I mean, I think that is the formula: win the possession battle and play physical defense.
Jason, let me follow up with the two of you. By the way, just hearkening back to Chris Webber here. If you're Mike Brown, maybe are you winking and nodding at Sabonis first time McCollum gets in the key or something? Maybe take a foul and would it behoove the Kings to maybe not in a dirty injury way, but maybe a little extra hip check to announce what kind of game it's going to be, or does that fall into their hands in your opinion? Jason,
you go first. Okay, no problem. I think you have to be a little bit careful in this day and age of officiating, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anything would be with true intent of maliciousness there, but stranger things have happened. All of a sudden, do they review it and go, "Oh, that's all of a sudden," and foul trouble with Sabonis. I think they've got to be a little bit careful, but I also don't think there's no time to be back down or be afraid of any kind of physicality that might be in the game. So, I mean, I think they just have to kind of come out with that overall presence and attitude.
I'd say for CJ specifically, he actually doesn't finish very well or often around the rim.
Yeah.
That maybe those are kind of the looks that you want to live with. Those in mid-range shots, and sort of similar with BI. But I think that if you're in a spot where somebody's going to get an easy bucket, and if that's what can take them out of it, that you probably should, make your presence felt. And I do think another aspect, though, is I'd expect another really tight rotation from Mike Brown, and you don't want any guys getting in foul trouble. So if you're not in a position where you have to worry about getting one more, then, you could prove a point.
Jason?
Yeah, so, Brendan, I'm thinking about we talked to Todd Graffagnini, who is the Pelicans radio voice, and he said, one of the things we asked is, why has there been so much success for the Pelicans? His belief was really Valanciunas on Sabonis. He's like, the offense goes through Sabonis. Fox is terrific. Everybody else can be great, but Sabonis, if you can limit him, it gives you a better chance. And I don't know why. I don't know if you know why, particularly this matchup, that Valanciunas has done so well against Sabonis. What's your read on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think these guys know each other really well, and I think that goes both ways. But the physicality, I mean, you look at the guys that Sabonis has struggled with before. You look at Looney or like Zubac, I feel like falls into that sometimes. And Valanciunas is similar. Obviously, they know each other really well, but plays really physical. It's hard for Domas to, get him with any sort of pump fakes or really just body through him. So I still think there's a way to get Domas going downhill, try to get Valanciunas into some foul trouble. But I've almost felt like offensively is where Valanciunas has made his mark against Domas more than the defensive end. And that, he is willing to pull out that mid-range a little bit if Domas is sagging off of him, or is able to find ways to be a little bit aggressive in the post if that's what it takes. So I do think that that's an interesting aspect here, but I feel like Sabonis has played okay in some of these matchups. I mean, you look back at that last game they played, and while Zion's out there, Sabonis is actually the one assigned to Zion, and they have Harrison Barnes on Valanciunas. So you don't have to get funky in this one, I guess, without Zion, but it is definitely a matchup to monitor. I feel like it's been a little closer than maybe some of the numbers, and specifically also the head-to-head record might lead on.
Sabonis averages a little over 15 points, 10 boards, and just under 6 assists in 15 games versus Valanciunas in his career. Now, remember, 3, 4, 5 of those were prior to 2020 when he was still trying to kind of figure himself out. But when you look at his Sacramento career, guys, it's been a struggle, but not struggle bust necessarily. 19-16, 10, 23, 26, 17, and 18 points, double-figure rebounds in all but one game where he had 9, and he has topped 10 assists 3 times, 8 and 7 2 other times. So it's a little off the top with him, but to kind of go into, to finish up that question, guys, too, let's remember, they're teammates on the Lithuanian national team. They grew up, obviously Domas spent a lot of time over here, but when it comes to their formative years, they grew up learning a lot of the same stuff. And those European big men, they just play that physical, in-your-face type of game. So my guess, Jason, is there's a lot of that, too, that they're just so damn familiar with each other.
Yeah, that's got to be. I mean, just the recognition. Sometimes he's beating him to the spot. But I think Brendan had a good point that he didn't fall for any of the fakes.
Nope.
I don't want to say fall for, but like Sabonis can be very tricky around the rim and deceptive, and he's always there and ready. So the other thing I'm thinking about too, Brendan, is someone else has to be good, right? We expect Fox, we expect Sabonis. Keegan was so good the other night. So was Keon. Anybody you're targeting tonight that you say, hey, for the Kings to win, this other player or players also have to be really good?
I mean, I'm really looking at De'Aaron and Keegan in this one, and I kind of think that those guys need to outplay CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
And I know that's a big ask, but like the Domas thing, it goes beyond Valanciunas. It's all these other guys. It's Herb Jones. It's Trey Murphy. It's Jose Alvarado. All these other guys reaching down, making these post-ups more difficult, or, swiping at balls, going through dribble handoffs. And I think that you need those perimeter guys to be pretty aggressive. The Pelicans have shot really well from three against the Kings. I believe it's 45% in these 5 games. The Kings are at 33.
Oof.
So Domas kicking out to shooters, De'Aaron kicking out to shooters, I think is going to be a big part of this. I can't get through a segment without mentioning spray threes.
Spray threes.
We got to get there at some point.
Yeah, we have a sound effect somewhere for that. But yeah.
De'Aaron's a big part of that, of creating them and knocking them down. And I think that you need to see continued aggression from Keegan Murray. I really think De'Aaron and Keegan can outplay CJ and Brandon Ingram, which is a high bar, but I think they're capable of doing that. The Kings will be in a pretty good spot.
Is there a world where Alex Len and Sabonis play minutes together?
I don't think so.
Can Len on his own be kind of a Valanciunas, I don't know, sign off, if you will, a little bit? Is he a little more important in this game than normal?
It's interesting because I wonder if when New Orleans goes to their backup big with Larry Nance, I'm curious what you guys think. Alex Len or Trey Lyles there? I almost feel like that's a Trey matchup.
If it's Nance, yeah, I would be more likely to go Lyles. If it's Valanciunas on the floor and Sabonis needs a blow for whatever reason, foul trouble, or just he's tired, I think Len's just a big Len, Valanciunas, and Sabonis. Jason are all just sides of beef.
Yes.
They're all cut from the same round,
but a lot of skill on the Sabonis round.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, and I think that the only time that we've seen Len and Sabonis play together this year was in Milwaukee. And that's, Giannis, Brook Lopez, you could kind of compare if Zion was here, but I think it'd be tough. Maybe, if anything, I could see maybe 2 minutes where it's just desperation. But I feel like if it's the point, I think in the last game, we saw the Warriors get desperate with their rotations.
Yeah.
And we've seen Mike do it plenty throughout the course of the year. I kind of think if you're at that point, you might be in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Jason, go ahead.
I was talking with Brendan Nunes here, Sactown Sports Kings insider. So what kind of carryover do you think there might be at all, Brendan, here? Not in the season matchup where we know it's 0-5 for the Kings, but the Pelicans have some weird stats going into this game. They've lost 6 in a row in this building. They've just had an opportunity to be the 6th seed basically once, and then another time to be the 7th seed, and they lost 2 games to the Lakers, where the Kings, I think, are coming off their best performance. It's not a huge sample size, but what do you think the carryover is from the couple of losses here by the Pelicans and the win by the Kings?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the defense of Sacramento and New Orleans offense is really the side that I'm looking at here. There's a belief within Sacramento that we'll find ways to score. And I think that's been tested a little more since Malik's went out, but it's pretty much held true. And on New Orleans side, B.I. Ingram played really not great in that last game, obviously coming back from an extended injury. And he was sat in the 4th of that game against the Lakers, even when Zion went out. So curious to see how he performs in this one. But I think there's just going to be a lot of pressure on CJ McCollum, who had been rolling, to keep that up. Trey Murphy averages 16 points when he starts. That's the expected starter. In place of Zion Williamson, he shot the ball extremely well. So I think that the physicality that Sacramento has had recently should be something that carries over into this one. And ideally that helps impact New Orleans offense, which is where they have had some struggles in recent past, as long as CJ doesn't just go totally ridiculous, which he has against the Kings.
I want to go over a couple of numbers here with the two of you, but first, and thanks to the texter for reminding me at 916-339-1140. Kings Pelicans, we were a little surprised, opened it with the Kings favored by 1.5. We expected that to get a little different towards game time. What we did not expect, Jason, was for it to move a full 3 points. New Orleans is now a 1.5 point favorite going into tonight. That is a massive move. Which, what that tells me is that, again, remember, understanding lines, that Vegas's whole point is to try to get an equal amount of bets on both sides. That's where they make their money. What that tells me, Jason, is that people seeing the combination of the Kings favored on the road and the Kings being 0-5 by that amount, I got to think that got around, if it wasn't already, and just a ton of money went on New Orleans, enough to make Vegas adjust this. I don't anticipate, as we often will look at lines to see if we can get some advance notice on injuries, who's in, who's out. I don't expect that this movement has to do with anything we don't know yet. At least I really hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because, guys, also, Dave, that initial line came out when we didn't know for certain. We thought Zion might be out, but that first line came out with the Kings being favored. We go, okay, that's probably because of some concern with Zion. Well, he is out. That's confirmed, and it went the other way. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the recent history of bettors, like you said, definitely could play a part. And the nature of these playing games is anything can happen. Like, I think watching Nick Batum drop a season high 20 and Kobe White go off for a career high that I guess won't count either, is a perfect example of anything can happen in one game.
But we don't participate in gambling, especially young men like yourself. 1-800-GAMBLER. Also, I wanted to give you guys these numbers too. We're talking about keys to the game, and you mentioned Keegan Murray, and I would say he might be the entire key to this game. I'll give you the reasoning here. In 38 games at home this year, Keegan Murray has averaged 17.5 points, just under 6 boards, about 1.5 assists. But the real thing here is 47.5% from the field, 40.3% from beyond the arc. Now, gentlemen, when Keegan Murray goes on the road this year, you can drop his points per game by 4.5. You can drop his field goal percentage by 4.5. You can drop his 3-point percentage by almost 10 full points. He does get one more board a game, but other than that, Keegan Murray shooting home, Keegan Murray shooting road. It's a tale of two Keegans. We need home Keegan tonight.
We need an aggressive Keegan. You might need to start a little Keegan.
I said that. I'm 100%. I'm
New Orleans.
looking right around for Kings fans, and I'm going to be Keegan. You think they'll let me bring in is it illegal to bring in a megaphone?
No. But you're saying bring in Yogi Ferrell.
Bring in Yogi Ferrell. Bring them all. Yeah.
And a cowbell.
Yes. But my goodness gracious, we absolutely, we need home Keegan, Jason.
Yeah. I didn't realize the stats were that different for him. I mean, obviously he's coming off just a fantastic game, but he was aggressive. Brendan, I thought from the get-go, I think he had 10 shot attempts in the first quarter, and then really he didn't have the strongest second quarter, but he kept going though in the second half, and they needed all that. And I think it's the strangest thing for this team, or for him, Brendan, is there's no red light. Like, coach, actually, he's mad if you don't shoot. So Keegan, I know, knows that. All these guys have the freedom to shoot, and they just got to be free and let it fly tonight.
Yeah, one of the biggest aspects of this season for sure has been just trying to get Keegan to be more aggressive. I think that as this year has gone on, that's kind of made me think that maybe that's one of his biggest X factors is he going to have the mindset to go out there and be a star and be somebody that's willing to tell your teammates, no, I got this. And I think that we saw it obviously in that last game. It helps against the Warriors when they drop the first play for him, and it works well, and they go back to it a couple more times, and he knocks down some shots, but Mike Brown definitely hears the common social media comments about, Keegan was rolling early and then they didn't get him the ball, like kind of responded to it a little bit at practice yesterday of Keegan needs to continue to be aggressive. And he absolutely has that green light. And to Keegan's response when kind of asked about it yesterday as well, was that he thinks he has been more aggressive since the injuries took place to Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter. And you see it a little bit, but the part I really liked is his continued response of it's just about being more consistent with that offensive aggression. And I think that's what's key for him. Now, in this game, even if they lose this game, you can go into the offseason optimistic about what Keegan Murray did in that game against the Warriors. If they lost this game because Keegan was getting up a lot of shots and trying to be aggressive, they just weren't going down, I'm willing to live with that.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's something we haven't seen him do, and I think it's an important part of his development.
Speaking of, here's Keegan Murray on being aggressive.
I feel like I've been aggressive on offense ever since the injuries have happened. So I'm just trying to keep that same energy and focus and creating consistency in that aggression.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. we've got Kelly and Mark on one of our TVs. Is that Johnny Knoxville?
No.
Okay, thank you. My God. I don't know who it is. You don't see the Johnny Knoxville in there? It looks like Johnny Knoxville at 80. And I was just making sure that, like, because I could see the Jackass guys aging quite a bit, but dear Lord, I'm thinking, wow, Johnny Knoxville aged 30 years and is wearing khakis. Thank God. The
khaki should have been a giveaway.
Probably. That would have depressed me the rest of the day. All right, cue up.
I'm intrigued on who this is.
I want to know who it is.
It's not Randy Johnson like yesterday, is it?
Billy Gardell.
Who?
Billy Gardell?
Who's Billy Gard? Is he the guy that sells the washcloths or whatever? I'm going to send you a picture, Jason.
Okay.
Do me a favor, Chris Roland. Would you cue up a little thing we like to call 3 in the Key? That's John.
Oh, I know who
yeah. And Brendan, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Jason,
yeah.
Jason's getting. You see
you
that?
know who that is? That's the guy from. That guy lost like a ton of weight. He was on that show with Melissa McCarthy. Mike and Molly, maybe?
Mike and Molly?
Wait, what? That's more surprising than you think it was Johnny Knoxville.
You don't see, like, he could look like he could be Johnny Knoxville's cousin? Am I just...
No.
Wow. All right. Well,
but that guy, I mean, honestly, I don't know what he weighs on there, but no, he was like, I don't know. Was he 400 pounds? I mean, he was massive. And he's lost a ton of weight.
Wait, this guy was a big person before?
Yes.
Can't see.
Wow, you can't see that.
He was
at
a
all.
portly.
Because usually, like, he'll have like the big old waddle underneath his chin. But you must have gotten, hey, you know what? That's that Hollywood plastic surgery. Good for him. Yeah, that's great. Speaking of good for everything, Jason Ross, good for all time zones.
Yes.
Give us some 3 in the Key, Brendan. You're familiar with the game. We're just going to make a couple predictions here. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Brendan's going to star in this. All right. So you guys ready? We got some key things we've been talking about, whether it's with our guest Todd or Henry or Brendan. So our first category that we're making predictions on in 3 in the Key, Dave, we're going CJ McCollum points versus De'Aaron Fox points. So what does CJ and Fox score tonight? Your prediction.
I'll say 34 for CJ, 34 for Fox.
Wow.
We'll say they play off each other.
Okay. I've got 24 for CJ and 33 for Fox. Chris Verlade.
18 for CJ.
Oh, man.
Wow, I hope you're right.
36 for Fox.
Okay. And Brendan?
I like it. I'm pretty close to Chris here. I think I'm going to go 34 for Fox, and we'll go 27 for CJ.
Okay. Next up, we've also been talking about the matchup in the middle, Valanciunas versus Domantas Sabonis. So we want Valanciunas' points and rebounds, Domantas Sabonis points and rebounds. Dave?
All right, give me 10 and 13 points and rebounds for Valanciunas.
Okay.
Give me 16 and 14 for Sabonis.
All right, I've got 14 and 12 for Valanciunas, 20 and 16 for Sabonis. Chris?
I will take 15 and 13 for Valanciunas, 18 and 14 for Sabonis.
All right, Brandon?
I swear I had 18 and 14 in my mind for Sabonis.
You can do it.
We're rolling with that. Yeah. And for Valanciunas, we'll go, I think it's going to be a little less. We'll go about 12 and maybe even 9. 12 and 9 for Valanciunas.
9.
First non-double-double against the Kings this year, if that happens. And then the last thing, we always do the random stats, something different, something odd, something weird that might happen in this game. Dave, what is your prediction? And you could impact it, Dave, because you will be here.
Well, it's funny you say that because I do think I am going to choose that because it's the most random automatic, even though this is a national TV game. At some point during the broadcast, the camera will pan to me stuffing my face like a snake swallowing a large dog, stuffing my face with the wonderful popcorn at Smoothie King Center. They're going to catch me eating.
Which in your popcorn rankings officially, you have ranked Smoothie King as number 1, right?
So to be clear, Golden One Center's popcorn itself is actually better than Smoothie King's, although Smoothie King's is fine. But again, it's all about the accoutrements table. You've got the movie theater butter, which we have, but you also have like 8 different big old things of spices and flavoring and stuff that you can use as well. So it's Parmesan cheese, maybe a little Cajun. They've even got like the sweet ones, which I don't like. Yeah, man. A lot going down.
So I wrote it down. Dave, caught on TV stuffing face.
Yes.
That work?
That's stuffy
All right.
face.
My random, I think we're going to have a Alvarado, De'Aaron Fox double technical. Those two guys, they're going to.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got something going on with those two tonight.
Call the tech the right way.
Chris?
There will be an audible light the beam chant.
Oh.
I can probably. Hey, look. If the Kings were to win, I guarantee you there'll be. I don't care if it's just me. It will be an audible light the beam chant. I can. That Chris is coming true if they win. That is 100% coming true. Brendan.
If the Kings win, Trey Lyles will hit at least 3 triples. I think they need his size tonight, and he's going to be an important part.
Hey, does he get it right if they lose and he hits 3 triples? Okay.
All right,
No.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, he put it out there. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a break. Brendan, you gonna stick around?
Sure.
That wasn't really
I'll be here.
a question. Of course, you're gonna stick around. Also, Chris Verlot, I am gonna vacate because I got a plane to catch. Jason, keep the home fires, or should I say, road fires, warm. I'll see you in New Orleans in a few hours.
Yes.
For the rest of you, light the beam by now, all that stuff. But when we come back, it'll be Jason, Brendan, and Chris. Styles and Watkins will be in shortly for celebrity birthdays, and then Friday Fun and Games Beam Edition right here in your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Ram Truck Month?
We are very excited to be celebrating 75 years in business. And what better way to celebrate than helping you get the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you've been looking for less? Right now, you can save up to $8,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman Crew Cabs. And with California's biggest selection of new Ram trucks, you're sure to find the truck you need.
75 years. That's incredible, dude.
It all started with my grandpa and great-grandpa's dream, and it's grown over the years to where we've had a chance to serve tens of thousands of customers and show them there's something special about Hoblet you just can't get at those big city auto mall dealerships.
Come experience the difference at California's #1 Ram truck dealer. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
8,000 total net savings after 4,000 factory rebates and 4,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,500 commercial bonus cash and 500 first responder bonus cash. Must be current member of eligible First Responder Association. 5 with this discount. See dealer for details.
This segment is brought to you by Aztec Solar. Skip the sales pitch. Calculate your solar savings at yourpowersavings.com.
It was a beam unlike any beam we've seen.
It's a Warriors 3, no good. Rebounded by Kessler Edwards, and that will do it. You hear the thunderous light the beam chant in the background.
It was a win to remember.
If the horn sounds and the Sacramento Kings have won.
The season still has more life left in it, and the Kings are off to New Orleans for another win-or-go-home game. It's the Kings and the Pelicans. Friday night at 6:30, right here on your home for Sacramento Kings basketball. Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and after a few clouds this morning, expect plenty of sunshine this afternoon with temperatures warming into the mid to low 80s and winds staying light from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Spring savings continue at Folsom Lake Kia. Low payments, special offers, 0 down deals on approval of credit. Shop your trusted Kia dealership for over 25 years and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the network made for streaming. Well, as the A's continue this final season in Oakland, I think it's important to remember that the Coliseum has been home to some of the greatest names in the game. August 17th, before the A's play the Giants, the A's will honor Jose Canseco, Terry Steinbach, Miguel Tejada, Bill King, Dick Williams, and Eddie Juice from the Philly days as the latest members of the A's Hall of Fame.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Capital Casino has been serving the greater Sacramento area in the same convenient downtown location for over 20 years, with plenty of close-by, well-lit parking monitored by security staff and offering the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Best food, best service, and the best action. That's Capital Casino. For more information on tournaments and gaming, check out their website at capital-casino.com. And please remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you one of the nearly 10 million families that own a timeshare? Unfortunately, many families stuck in timeshares have learned the dark side of ownership, as their timeshare ends up being nothing like they were promised. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you were lied to when buying a timeshare, you're going to need help. I know this because I once worked as a timeshare salesman, but quit the business and made it my personal mission to help folks get rid of bad timeshares. That's why I put together a timeshare exit information kit to help you understand how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Over 30,000 families have trusted us to get rid of their timeshares. Many started out by simply calling us for the free information kit and are now timeshare free.
To get your free information kit, call Wesley Financial now. Call 800-837-1919. That's 800-837-1919. 800-837-1919.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187. Or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187. Or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Skeeter here, Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. Hey, it's my favorite week of the year, Mosquito Awareness Week. Yep, the spring and warm weather means the little suckers are starting to breed and bite. Gotcha! So it's time to fight the bite. Once a week, drain standing water from flower pots, bird baths, dog dishes, and at dawn and dusk, start using insect repellent outside and wear long clothes, because these skeeters are up for blood.
The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite. For more information, go to fightthebite.net.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Miniature golf has been around America since 1916, with the first course opening in Pinehurst, North Carolina, according to Links magazine. Englishman James Barber built a course in his backyard called Lilliputian. A few years later, he built a second course and called it Thistledew. Unlike today's mini golf courses, Thistledew wasn't for children. The 18-hole course was made of compacted sand and clay, making it quite difficult. Today's clown mouths or windmills were nowhere to be found, as the course featured real hazards like rocks, trees, and grass bunkers. 4 holes even required a high-lofted niblick to carry bushes and long grass. Longest hole was 71 feet, shortest was 12. Golf fanatic Thomas McCullough Fairbairn revolutionized the game in 1922 with his formulation of a suitable artificial green consisting of a mixture of cottonseed hulls, sand, oil, and dye. 100 years later, Thistledew has returned to its home at Pinehurst Resort, and guests can play the new Thistledew. Please leave your niblick at home. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
It's time to trade in and trade up at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com. It's all a click away.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
This segment is brought to you by Aztec Solar. Skip the sales pitch. Calculate your solar savings at yourpowersavings.com.
It's the River Cats Report. What's going on with the Giants AAA squad? The River Cats Report.
Tell you about the River Cats report. Prior to their loss earlier in the week, the River Cats, they've been on fire. They secured a 6-game winning streak for the first time since they went 6-0 back in 2016, a 6-0 stretch. You also have good news with right-handed pitcher Mason Black was named the Pacific Coast League Pitcher of the Week. Also, all Giants fans keeping their eye on Casey Schmidt. He has turned the corner, and he finds himself on a nice little hitting streak here. He's had 7 games in a row with a hitting streak. Do want to remind you that when you're going out to the River Cats games, check out Thursdays, specifically Thirsty Thursdays. Every Thursday also features a rotation of craft options for just $5. So many options there. Smud Orange Friday includes pregame happy hour from 5 to 6 out at the Elysian Landing, along with live music. And don't forget, every Friday and Saturday features post-game fireworks show. So make your plans for next week's homestand. And all you have to do is go to rivercats.com. That's your Rivercats report. All right, so we did that, but now it is time, end of the week. We're going to have Friday Fun and Games to close things out. Carmichael Dave, as you know, is on his way. Brendan, you think he's going to make it here on time?
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Dave knows people in high places.
Right.
I knew Henry Turner. Henry got me through that line yesterday. That was a lifesaver. There was no way through the mess that was going on at Sacramento Airport that I would have made it through without my guy HT. But we made it here. We're here. We're here for Kings basketball. But it is that time for celebrity birthdays. Celebrity birthdays or birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together quite like the great folks at Crumble Cookies. So we got Brendan, we got Chris. All right, guys, let's give you a couple people, celebrities born on this fine day of April 19th. Let's see if you can guess their age. Let's start, guys, with actor James Franco. How old is James Franco turning today?
I'm going to say Franco is 44.
Brendan?
42.
All right, Chris is closer, 46. How about Kate Hudson?
Oh, Kate Hudson. She's got to be big.
Brendan, do you know who these people are?
Yeah, I'm going to be bad at this, guys. I know these first two.
All right. What did you say, Chris?
40.
God, I feel like a little older, maybe 44.
Okay, Brendan, you get a point. 45 for Kate Hudson.
Okay, sure.
How about Suge Knight?
Oh,
how old is Suge Knight today?
He is 64.
58.
Oh, Brendan for another one, 59.
Wow.
Okay, now, Brendan, now we're getting your wheelhouse here. How about basketball star, announcer as well, Candace Parker? Hey, Miss Parker. How old is Candace Parker today?
29. She's probably a little older. We'll stick with it.
32.
Candace Parker's turning 38.
Oh,
wow. A little bit closer.
Oh.
How about, hopefully, the Kings are going to see this guy in the next round. If not, the Pelicans will. Lou Gentz Dort. How old is Lou Dort today?
We'll go 30.
29.
Lou Gentz Dort turning 25 today.
What?
Yeah. Wow. How about Ashley Judd?
Oh,
Ashley
okay.
Judd.
Ashley Judd
Chris feels
is
confident.
51.
Ashley Judd, who I've definitely heard of before, is 45.
Ashley Judd is turning 56 today.
Whoa.
Chris a little bit closer. Let's see. Happy birthday to former tennis star Maria Sharapova.
She is 44.
39.
Brendan closer, 37.
Whoa.
Happy birthday to, what team is he on now? Utah? No, did he get traded? Kelly Olynyk. Where's Kelly Olynyk? The Jazz?
Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. That's right. He did get traded. 30. Kelly Olynyk today?
33.
30.
We have our first correct answer. Brendan, 33 on the nose. And lastly, but not least, from the Pittsburgh Steelers, you might see him in Head & Shoulders commercials, Troy Polamalu. How old is Troy today?
Troy is 44.
Yeah, I was going to go low 40s. We'll just go 40.
All right, Chris, a little closer, 43.
Okay.
There you go. Celebrity birthdays. Good work, guys. We break. When we come back, we will have Styles and Watkins in studio, and it's Friday. We finish the week the right way. Friday fun and games. We'll see how the guys do with today's game. That is next here on Sactown Sports.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Styles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. Now, I've told you this before, but this is what we call extending a good deal. Right now, American Energy Heat and Air is offering an HVAC diagnostic for $99. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Never mind. They're offering it free. It's a $99 value, but you get it for $0. Let the American Energy team test your system connections and all the moving parts of that system to ensure that it's functioning properly. Now, this is a limited time offer. Call today to schedule your appointment at 916-520-9990. Speak to the company that has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau that's been making the greater Sacramento area proud since 1981. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Slightly Stupid. Live in concert. Saturday, April 27th, 7:30 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. With special guest Fortunate Youth. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Slightly Stupid live.
Seems like all this artificial intelligence stuff stirs up the age-old debate of man versus machine. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and let me ask you, would you let a robot cut your hair? Would you rely on an app to teach a kid to ride a two-wheeler? Let's face it, some things require the human touch. People come to us seeking a solution to foot, leg, and back pain after trying all kinds of things recommended by in-store machines or website blurbs. An impersonal, generic approach to solving a problem that's unique to you. No wonder they usually don't work. At the Good Feet store, you'll meet with an arch support specialist who will take the time to learn about your needs, your feet, your lifestyle, and then fit you from over 300 models and sizes of arch supports, designed for pain relief, better balance, and more comfort. See what we can do for you with a free fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one near you. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Everybody needs Good Feet.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
This segment is brought to you by Aztec Solar. Skip the sales pitch. Calculate your solar savings at yourpowersavings.com.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The close of the week, Friday Fun and Games. I see Styles and Watkins have made their way in studio. Brendan's in there with them as well. What's up, guys?
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
Hi. You guys ready?
Oh, yes. I think so.
For not just for Friday Fun and Games. You ready for today? Today's a big day, guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I'm more ready for Friday Fun and Games than I am the game.
Are you, Chris?
I think so, but I am nervous that you're not here. Makes me feel like you're going to pull something.
We're hitting the post.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to hit the showers.
Kindly leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not happening. Especially not with our friend Brendan here.
That's right. You guys are ready. We got something specifically for Brendan as well for all you guys. What's coming up today on the show? Something about the Kings maybe and Pelicans?
Yeah, I think we can squeeze that in. Yes.
You get that in?
A lot of Kings, a lot of Pelicans. Phone lines open for 4 hours.
Yes.
Let's go.
How are you guys where are you watching the game tonight for each of you? Home, together, whatever?
Definitely home for sure for me. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's a couple spots I'm debating, but we'll probably just order some great Sacramento food. Enjoy.
You want to be with the people, don't you?
I really do, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go to one of my favorite places.
I know.
Oh, we know.
I know where you're going.
Chance will be made there. We know that.
Yes.
How about you, Brandon?
I'm probably solo at home.
Solo, just locked in.
Oh, you guys are so boring.
Just grinding.
I got to do that.
We'll see what
Post-game
happens.
Live stream.
We'll see what happens.
Who cares?
That's a good point. That's a solid point.
Chris living his best life for a lot of that for sure. All right, guys, it is time for Friday Fun and Games. It's a game we've played before, but we're bringing it back. A little different twist. You don't know what questions I'm going to ask or what you're going to be, a category you're going to be asked. It's the alphabet, A through Z.
Oh, jeez.
Make sure you have the full
alphabet. I'm getting it up right now as
Look,
we
it's
speak.
A through, A through Z. A through Z. It's pretty easy. We're not going to start in any other weird part of the alphabet. Alan, you're going to go first.
Oh.
Do you want to go second?
No.
Okay. You're going to go first.
Okay.
A through Z, you get 90 seconds. And, if you have trouble, just pass and come back to that letter if you can.
Okay.
Chris has the timer and the stopwatch and all that. So, Alan, your category on letters A through Z, as you know, you got to pick something with the letter A and then move on.
Yes.
We are looking for cities in the United States. 90 seconds, A through Z, go.
Auburn. You have Bellevue, Concord, Denver. I'll pass that.
Okay.
F. Oh, yeah. F. I'll pass that.
Oh, boy.
Shout out Fresno.
Granada. yeah. Granada. Hilo.
Wow. Nice pull.
I'll pass I.
Sorry, India.
Shout outs.
Jacksonville.
Nice.
K. Kentucky's the state.
This is going well.
Yeah.
I would have
Carrington. Louisiana's another state. Lancaster. Mannheim. New Orleans. Oklahoma City.
Nice.
Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Q. Quorum.
Yeah, is that Molly?
What was that? Ronaldo.
Nice.
Wow. That's
so
a city.
well done.
It's in Portugal.
That's right.
Okay.
It was just U.S., right?
Yeah. Well, at this, would that have helped you if it was Okay. Well, there's one down. Let's go to number 2. Who would like to go next? Chris Watkins.
Sure, I've got it in front of me.
You've got the letters in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. This I feel I crafted this one for you because I know you get stressed over this game.
Oh, God.
No, I think you're going to be okay.
Okay.
We are looking for current or former NBA players, first or last name. Go.
Okay. Allen Iverson, Bradley Beal, Chris Bosh, Deadlift Shrimp, Elfrid Payton, Franz Wagner.
Wow, you're doing the first names.
Paul George, Harry Giles. I already said Allen Iverson. Can I do it a second time?
Do it again.
Allen Iverson.
Jay.
Al Jefferson.
That was the one.
There you go. Okay. Keegan Murray. L will be, let's see here.
Play him
losing steam. LeBron James. M will be, let's see.
M is tough in the NBA.
Mark Madsen.
That was it.
N will be Eduardo Nahara.
Yeah.
O will be Greg Oskertag. P will be Paul Pierce. Q will be Quentin Richardson.
Nice.
R will be Ramon Sessions. S will be Domantas Sabonis. T, oh man, Tristan Thompson. U will be Skipped. V will be Valanciunas. W will be Skip Cason Wallace.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Much easier than cities.
I
Was it? Are we sure? There's a whole lot more cities than players.
There's so
if
many.
we flip that around, how would we have done there?
If we flipped it around,
Yeah.
if I
You
did
got
cities,
and yeah.
I think I
mean,
would have done pretty well.
I
on
think I
cities.
would have done pretty well.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Let's go to Brendan.
Sure.
I got some intel here, so I'm hoping I'm getting into your wheelhouse. We are going for, in 90 seconds, A through Z, video game names, companies, brands, whatever video games. You're gamer, so go. 90 seconds.
Oh God, this isn't going to be easy, guys. There is a lot of video games. Apex Legends. B, we're going to go. I have no clue. C, Call of Duty. D, will go Dead by Daylight. E, will go. I have no clue. F, will go Forza. Yeah, EA, we could go EAFC. That's soccer. G, will go Gary's Mod. H, we could go Half-Life.
Oh, wow.
I, we could skip.
Okay.
J, oh gosh, this is a difficult one, guys. We'll skip. K, oh my God. Okay, skip. L, League of Legends.
There you go.
M, we'll go MLB.
There you go.
If that counts. N, I mean, can we go NBA? That's kind of NBA 2K.
Starts with it.
O, we'll go Ori and the Blind Forest is a video game.
Wow.
P
Overwatch.
is P, Pokemon. Q, no clue. R, Red Dead.
There you go.
S, Skate 3.
There you go.
T, I have no clue. Is there any of these other letters I can get?
B, I, J, K.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay, nice curveball.
There you go. And the last one to close out Friday Fun and Games, Christopher Laud, A through Z, 90 seconds. Your category, snack items, brand, chips, candy, whatever, snack items, gum. Go for it. 90 seconds, go.
Apple, banana, cookie. Oh, man. D is Dunkaroos. E, everything bagel. F,
Fuddrucker.
Fuddruckers. French fries. G, grape Jolly Rancher. H, high-low. I, island flavored Skittles. J, Jolly Rancher. K, Kraft macaroni and cheese. L,
gross.
Lollipop. M, mini cupcake. N, Nutella. O, orange. P, pralines and cream ice cream. Q, skip. R would be, oh man, I don't know why I'm flipping out of it. Ritz crackers. S, Skittles. T, taffy. U, the, okay, that's it.
Pretty good. Missed the
I think
Q and then
I
the
think
last
Watkins
couple.
got us.
Chris was pretty good.
I think so.
I think you got it, Chris. You got to you and you only skipped one.
Yeah.
I think you got it. Chris's win today. That's for sure.
Someone
Wasn't
said
me or
something.
Alan.
That's for sure.
Quiznos.
Definitely wasn't Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, Quiznos.
All right. You run back the tape.
Yeah, run back the tape. What's coming up today, guys? Obviously, I know a lot on the Kings and Pelicans.
Yeah, definitely that round table at 11:30 with Brendan Nunez. Brendan's just going to get a sleeping bag. He's never leaving.
Nice.
And Frankie Cardicelli, that's from 11:30 to 12:30. Calls, texts, how is everybody feeling as the Kings start to give everyone hope, which is very scary.
Yeah, let's get the temperature, guys. Dial in now. Styles and Watkins are ready to talk to you. How are you feeling, Kings fans? Thank you, guys. Enjoy the game. Thank you to my guy Luke out here just helping us, setting us up big time. We appreciate it. Him, Todd Graffagnini, the high flyer Henry Turner, Brendan Nunez, Christopher Laud, Styles and Watkins coming your way next right here on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willie Home Furnishings.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few
All right,
clouds
Chris,
with
thank you.
temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10